Title: Galactic Exodus, Wings of Hope. Chapter 1, The Celestial Odyssey. In the vast expanse of the cosmos, where stars painted the canvas of the universe, a colossal spaceship named Celestial Odyssey cruised through the cosmic sea, seeking a new haven for humanity. The year was 3000 BC, and Earth had long been a distant memory. In its stead, a metallic behemoth carried the remnants of the human race toward an unknown future. On board the Celestial Odyssey, a hum of anticipation echoed through the metallic corridors as Keith stood in the command center, his eyes fixed on the holographic map displaying uncharted galaxies. His youthful face belied the responsibility that rested on his shoulders as the leader of the elite rescue and defense team. Keith's gaze shifted to the sleek, silver fighters lined up in the hangar, each equipped with cutting-edge technology for both exploration and protection. "Commander Keith, we're approaching the Othran Quadrant. Scans indicate potential habitable planets," reported Eris, the ship's skilled navigator. Her silver eyes flickered with determination, a reflection of the countless galaxies she had navigated. "Prepare the scout squadron," Keith commanded. "We need to assess the viability of those planets for colonization. And, of course, be on high alert for any potential threats." The metallic doors of the hangar hissed open, revealing the 5 elite members of the rescue and defense team. Alongside Keith and Eris, the team comprised Rylan, the nimble pilot, Siona, the tactical strategist, and Eric, the skilled engineer. Together, they formed a formidable force, ready for any challenges the cosmos might throw their way. The squadron of fighters soared into the void, their engines humming with anticipation. As they approached the Othran Quadrant, the scanners detected distress signals from a nearby spacecraft. A frantic voice crackled through the intercom, pleading for assistance. "Commander, it's a distress call." "Coordinates locked in," Rylan announced, his hands swiftly maneuvering the fighter toward the troubled vessel. The Celestial Odyssey's rescue team descended upon the distressed craft, deploying their magnetic docking clamps to stabilize the damaged ship. Keith's heart raced as he led his team through the airlock, entering the darkened corridors of the stranded vessel. Dim emergency lights flickered, casting eerie shadows as they navigated the maze of the seemingly abandoned ship. The rescue team found a group of survivors huddled in a control room, their faces a mix of relief and fear. "We were attacked by unknown assailants. They plundered our resources and left us stranded. Please, you have to help us," pleaded the captain of the distressed ship. Keith's jaw tightened with resolve. "Fear not, we are the Wings of Hope. We'll get you to safety." Little did they know, this rescue mission was merely the beginning of a journey that would test the resilience of the Celestial Odyssey's crew and unveil the mysteries hidden within the unexplored galaxies of the cosmos. Chapter 2, Shadows of Betrayal. The rescued survivors were escorted back to the Celestial Odyssey, their weary faces a stark contrast to the gleaming metal of the advanced spaceship. Keith gathered the team in the briefing room to unravel the mysteries surrounding the attacked vessel. Siona, analyze the data logs from the distressed ship. "We need to know who attacked them and why," Keith instructed, his eyes piercing as he addressed the tactical strategist. Siona, with her sharp mind and keen analytical skills, dove into the ship's records. As the data unfolded on the holographic display, a pattern emerged. The attackers were a rogue faction, remnants of a failed colonization mission that had resorted to piracy to survive in the unforgiving depths of space. "These are desperate people, Commander. Their actions are driven by a fight for survival," Siona reported, her eyes reflecting a mix of sympathy and concern. Keith nodded thoughtfully. "We cannot let desperation become an excuse for lawlessness. Eris, set a course to track down these rogue elements. We need to put an end to their attacks and ensure the safety of those seeking a new home." As the Celestial Odyssey navigated the cosmic currents, the elite team prepared for the upcoming confrontation. Rylan fine-tuned the fighter engines, Eric reinforced the ship's shields, and Siona devised a strategic plan to neutralize the threat without unnecessary bloodshed. Days passed as they followed the faint trail left by the rogue faction. In the vastness of space, the line between hunter and hunted blurred, and anticipation hung in the air like an unspoken truth. "Commander, we're approaching the rendezvous point." "Scans indicate multiple enemy signatures," Eris announced, her voice steady despite the imminent danger. Keith's eyes narrowed with determination. "Prepare the fighters. We'll engage them head-on, but our priority is to disable, not destroy. We need answers." The hangar echoed with the hum of engines as the sleek fighters launched from the Celestial Odyssey, forming a formation that cut through the vacuum of space. The rogue faction's vessels appeared on the scanners, dark silhouettes against the canvas of stars. The battle was fierce, lasers and energy projectiles lighting up the void as the two factions clashed. Keith's tactical prowess guided the team through the chaos, disabling enemy ships one by one. The final rogue vessel, cornered and defenseless, awaited the wings of hope. As Keith and his team boarded the captured ship, they were met with a mixture of defiance and resignation from the defeated pirates. The leader, a weathered man with desperation etched into his eyes, stepped forward. "We had no choice. Abandoned by our own, survival forced us into this life," the pirate leader confessed. Keith, unmoved by the excuses, spoke firmly, "Survival should not come at the cost of others' well-being. We are all on a journey through the cosmos, seeking a new home. But we cannot allow chaos to reign. You will face justice for your actions." Handing over the captured pirates to intergalactic authorities, the Wings of Hope resumed their quest, the shadows of betrayal lingering in the vastness of space. Little did they know that the challenges they faced were mere ripples in the cosmic ocean, and greater mysteries awaited them on their Celestial Odyssey. Chapter 3, Whispers in the Nebula. With the captured pirates turned over to intergalactic authorities, the Celestial Odyssey resumed its exploration of the Yothran Quadrant. The sleek fighters glided through the cosmic sea, their destination shrouded in the mystery of uncharted galaxies. As the ship delved deeper into the nebulae, the sensors detected a peculiar signal emanating from a distant star cluster. Eris, always attuned to the nuances of space, brought the anomaly to Keith's attention. "Commander, the signal appears artificial. It's unlike anything we've encountered before," Eris reported, her silver eyes reflecting both curiosity and caution. Keith furrowed his brow, studying the holographic representation of the signal. "Rylan, set a course for that star cluster. Let's investigate. But proceed with caution, and keep the fighters on standby." As the Celestial Odyssey approached the star cluster, the signal grew stronger. It led them to the heart of a swirling nebula, where the fabric of space seemed to shimmer with an otherworldly energy. The fighters deployed with Keith and his team, navigating the ethereal clouds of gas and dust. Within the nebula, the source of the signal revealed itself, a massive, ancient structure suspended in space. It emanated an eerie glow, casting a surreal ambience over the celestial landscape. The structure resembled a colossal gateway, adorned with intricate patterns and symbols that hinted at a civilization long lost to time. "This is unlike anything in our historical databases," Eric remarked, his engineer's mind attempting to decipher the enigmatic architecture. Siona's tactical analysis revealed no immediate threats. "Commander, it seems dormant, but its purpose eludes us. It could be a remnant of an ancient civilization or a celestial anomaly." Keith, his instincts guiding him, decided to investigate further. "We'll approach cautiously. Rylan, take us in. Let's see if there are any clues to unravel the mystery of this celestial gate." As the Celestial Odyssey approached the colossal structure, a resonant hum filled the void. Lights danced along the surface of the gateway, responding to the proximity of the explorers. The team's fighters hovered in formation, ready for any unforeseen developments. A voice echoed in Keith's mind, a gentle whisper that seemed to transcend the boundaries of space. "Welcome, seekers of the stars. I am the custodian, the guardian of the celestial nexus. Your arrival is foretold." The revelation sent shivers down the spines of the team members. The Celestial Nexus, a gateway to unknown realms, held the promise of answers and untold discoveries. The enigmatic journey of the Wings of Hope had taken an unexpected turn, and the mysteries of the cosmos beckoned them to venture further into the celestial unknown. As the team prepared to enter the Celestial Nexus, the whispers in the nebula hinted at a destiny entwined with the ancient secrets of the cosmos. Little did they know that their encounter with the custodian was just the beginning of a journey that would reshape the course of humanity among the stars. Chapter 4: Echoes of Catastrophe. The Celestial Odyssey cautiously entered the swirling energies of the Celestial Nexus, guided by the gentle whispers of the custodian. As the colossal gateway enveloped the ship, an otherworldly sensation gripped the crew. It was as if the fabric of reality itself was bending to accommodate their presence. Inside the Nexus, a kaleidoscope of cosmic energies danced around them. The team marveled at the celestial spectacle, their senses overwhelmed by the grandeur of the ancient structure. The custodian's whispers resonated, guiding them through the labyrinthine pathways of the Nexus. But within the mesmerizing beauty lurked an unforeseen peril. As the Celestial Odyssey navigated deeper, a sudden disruption in the cosmic currents sent shockwaves through the ship. Alarms blared, and the ship trembled as if caught in the grip of a cosmic storm. "Eris, report. What's happening?" Keith's command echoed through the chaos. "We've lost control, Commander. The celestial energies are fluctuating, and the navigation systems are malfunctioning. Brace for impact." Eris's urgent voice conveyed the impending danger. The Celestial Odyssey careened uncontrollably through the Nexus, its once steady course devolving into chaos. Keith and his team struggled to maintain their footing as the ship plunged deeper into the unknown. Amid the tumult, a distress signal crackled through the intercom. Another spaceship, seemingly caught in the same celestial tempest, emerged on the view screen. Its silhouette flickered through the cosmic haze, a desperate plea for salvation. "Commander, it's another vessel caught in the Nexus. We need to help them." Rylan shouted, his hands gripping the controls with determination. With the Celestial Odyssey systems in disarray, the rescue team mobilized the fighters, aiming to stabilize the distressed ship. The cosmic storm intensified, the Nexus resisting their efforts to break free. As the elite team approached the beleaguered vessel, Keith's heart sank. The ship bore the insignia of a long-lost Earth faction, believed to have perished centuries ago. The crew's distress signal revealed faces frozen in time, their expressions eternally etched with fear. "We've got to get them out of there," Keith ordered, his voice cutting through the chaos. The fighters maneuvered skillfully, attempting a daring rescue amidst the cosmic maelstrom. Just as success seemed within reach, a surge of celestial energy enveloped the distressed ship. The once hopeful rescue mission turned into a tragic spectacle as the vessel collided with the Celestial Odyssey, sending shockwaves through the Nexus. The impact echoed through the cosmic expanse, leaving both ships entangled in a web of energy. The Celestial Odyssey groaned under the strain, its once proud structure now battered and bruised. The surviving members of the Earth faction ship, rescued but shaken, looked upon their saviors with a mixture of gratitude and despair. As the cosmic storm subsided, leaving the Nexus in an eerie calm, Keith surveyed the wreckage of the once majestic Celestial Odyssey. The Celestial Nexus, it seemed, held not only the promise of discovery but also the echoes of a tragedy that would test the resilience of the Wings of Hope. The fate of both crews now intertwined, the Celestial Odyssey faced a new reality, one marked by loss, uncertainty, and the challenge of navigating the cosmic unknown with a ship on the brink of collapse. Episode 5, Veil of Discord. In the aftermath of the celestial catastrophe, the Celestial Odyssey drifted through the cosmic currents, scarred and weakened. The once pristine corridors now echoed with the somber hum of emergency lights, casting a pallor over the ship's damaged facade. The rescued Earth faction members, disoriented and traumatized, found themselves amid a new world of stars. As the crew worked tirelessly to repair the ship, tensions flared within the confined spaces. The arrival of the Earth faction survivors brought not only the weight of tragedy but also the echoes of a past long forgotten. Among the rescued was Cassandra, a skilled astrophysicist whose piercing gaze and enigmatic demeanor hinted at a tumultuous history. As the crew integrated the new members, a palpable unease settled over the Celestial Odyssey. Cassandra, though grateful for the rescue, harbored a deep-seated mistrust of authority, a sentiment born from the struggles of her long-lost Earth faction. Her piercing eyes bore into Keith, questioning the motives behind the Celestial Odyssey's mission. "Commander Keith," Cassandra's voice carried an undercurrent of suspicion, "you claim to be seekers of hope, yet I see nothing but a ship adrift in the vastness of the cosmos. What is your true purpose, and why should we trust you?" Keith, taken aback by the accusatory tone, responded with measured composure. "Our mission is to find a new home for humanity. We encountered your distressed ship by chance and did everything in our power to save you. Our intentions are noble." But Cassandra remained unconvinced, her skepticism fueling a subtle discord among the crew. As repairs progressed, murmurs of discontent rippled through the once unified team. The Earth faction survivors, struggling to acclimate to their newfound reality, sought solace in Cassandra's dissenting voice. Siona, sensing the growing tension, approached Keith with a grave expression. "Commander, we can't ignore the rift forming among the crew. Cassandra's influence is gaining traction, and some are questioning our leadership." Keith, grappling with the weight of responsibility, knew that unity was paramount for the success of their mission. He decided to confront Cassandra directly, hoping to quell the burgeoning discord. In a dimly lit corridor, Keith found Cassandra studying a holographic star chart. The ambient glow cast shadows on her face, emphasizing the depth of her skepticism. "Cassandra," Keith began, "we are all in this together. Our mission is to ensure the survival of humanity. We must put aside our differences and work as one." Cassandra, unmoved, locked eyes with Keith. "Survival, Commander, requires more than lofty ideals. It demands transparency, honesty. What aren't you telling us about this celestial nexus? What mysteries are you hiding behind that stoic facade?" Before Keith could respond, an emergency alarm pierced the air. The Celestial Odyssey shuddered, and the crew rushed to the command center. The sensors detected an approaching threat, a rogue faction, drawn by the celestial disturbance, closing in with hostile intent. The fragile unity of the crew faced its greatest test as they prepared to face the oncoming danger. Cassandra's mistrust lingered in the air, a veil of discord threatening to unravel the fragile bonds that held the wings of hope together. As the rogue faction loomed on the horizon, the fate of the Celestial Odyssey hung in the balance, caught between the fragments of a fractured alliance and the imminent threat of a cosmic adversary. Chapter 6: Fractured Alliances. The command center buzzed with urgency as the rogue faction's ships approached, their intent clear. Keith, flanked by the core members of the Wings of Hope, observed the holographic displays showing the impending threat. "Cassandra, we need everyone on board. Set aside your doubts for now. Our survival depends on unity," Keith implored, hoping to bridge the growing gap. Cassandra's gaze wavered for a moment, but the skepticism persisted. "Survival, Commander, but at what cost? I won't be part of a mission shrouded in secrecy." With a reluctant nod, Keith turned his attention back to the imminent danger. The rogue faction ships, adorned with the scars of countless cosmic conflicts, closed in on the vulnerable Celestial Odyssey. The battle that ensued was fierce, lasers and energy beams crisscrossing the cosmic void. Rylan skillfully piloted one of the elite fighters, engaging the attackers with precision. Siona coordinated the defense, her tactical acumen guiding the Wings of Hope through the chaos. Eric worked tirelessly to reinforce the ship's shields, his engineering expertise crucial in the face of adversity. As the battle raged on, the Celestial Odyssey sustained further damage, the strain evident on its already weakened structure. The rogue faction, fueled by desperation and a thirst for resources, pressed their assault with relentless determination. In the midst of the conflict, Cassandra, torn between mistrust and the instinct for self-preservation, found herself at a crossroads. The reality of the battle forced her to confront the immediate threat, setting aside her reservations momentarily. As the rogue faction's ships began to falter, a new complication emerged. Another faction, drawn by the celestial disturbances, entered the fray. Their ships, sleek and formidable, bore the insignia of an intergalactic peacekeeping alliance. The sudden arrival shifted the dynamics of the battle, turning allies into adversaries. The holographic displays flickered with incoming transmissions. A stern-faced representative of the peacekeeping alliance appeared on the screen, demanding an explanation for the Celestial Odyssey's presence in the Celestial Nexus and its involvement with the rogue faction. Keith, caught between the rogue faction, the peacekeepers, and the internal discord within his crew, faced an impossible dilemma. The delicate balance of alliances teetered on the edge of collapse. Siona, ever the strategist, proposed a risky maneuver. "Commander, we can use the remaining energy reserves to jump away from the Nexus. It might buy us time to explain our situation and regroup." Keith, acknowledging the urgency of the situation, authorized the jump. The Celestial Odyssey, battered and scarred, vanished into the cosmic abyss, leaving behind a battlefield fraught with fractured alliances. As the ship hurtled through the interstellar void, the crew grappled with the aftermath of the battle. The Celestial Nexus loomed in the distance, its mysteries still unresolved. The whispers of the custodian lingered, and the fractures within the crew threatened to widen into irreparable chasms. In the heart of the cosmic unknown, the Wings of Hope faced a daunting truth: survival in the vastness of the cosmos required more than advanced technology and tactical prowess. It demanded a unity of purpose, a trust that could withstand the challenges of the Celestial Odyssey. As the ship sailed through the stars, the echoes of conflict and uncertainty lingered, casting a shadow over the once unified mission. Chapter 7: Celestial Crossroads. In the aftermath of the battle, the Celestial Odyssey found itself adrift in the cosmic currents, far from the prying eyes of both the rogue faction and the intergalactic peacekeepers. The ship, battered and bruised, glided through the void as repairs commenced. Within the confines of the ship, a subdued atmosphere prevailed. The crew, once bound by a shared purpose, now grappled with the fractures that threatened to undermine their mission. Keith, burdened by the weight of command, sought solace in the holographic star charts, contemplating the uncertain path ahead. Meanwhile, in the dimly lit corridors, a quiet connection blossomed. Rylan, the nimble pilot with a penchant for risk, found himself drawn to Eris, the silver-eyed navigator who had guided them through the celestial unknown. Their interactions, born of shared moments in the cockpit and unspoken glances during critical maneuvers, hinted at a blossoming romance. As the ship sailed through the cosmic expanse, their camaraderie evolved into something deeper, a silent acknowledgement of the bonds forged amidst the challenges they faced. One evening, as repairs continued and the ship hummed with the soft melody of machinery, Rylan found Eris in the observation deck. The panoramic view of distant galaxies framed her silhouette, and the celestial glow cast a gentle radiance on her features. "Quite a view, isn't it?" Rylan remarked, joining her at the observation window. Eris smiled, her silver eyes reflecting the distant stars. "It's mesmerizing. Makes you realize how small we are in the grand scheme of things." As they stood side by side, a subtle tension lingered in the air, an unspoken acknowledgement of the uncertainties that surrounded them. Rylan, known for his light-hearted demeanor, hesitated for a moment before breaking the silence. "Eris, in a place like this, where the unknown is our constant companion, there's something I've been meaning to say." Eris turned to him, curiosity flickering in her eyes. Before Rylan could continue, the ship's intercom crackled to life, interrupting the moment. "Commander Keith to the briefing room. We need to discuss our next course of action," the intercom announced. The interruption hung in the air like a cosmic decree, pulling Rylan and Eris back into the reality of their mission. The unspoken sentiments lingered, a promise suspended in the cosmic void, waiting for the right moment to unfurl. In the briefing room, the crew gathered once more. Keith, his gaze firm and resolute, addressed the crew. "We're at a crossroads, my friends. The celestial nexus beckons, and with it, the promise of answers. But we must tread carefully. Our unity is our strength, and the fractures among us must be healed." Cassandra, still harboring mistrust, regarded Keith with a scrutinizing gaze. "Commander, the celestial nexus holds secrets, and secrets breed discord. We need transparency if we are to move forward." Keith nodded, acknowledging the validity of her concerns. "Agreed. The time for secrets has passed. We face the Nexus together, as one united force." As the crew prepared for their next encounter with the Celestial Nexus, the echoes of conflict and uncertainty lingered. Amidst the cosmic odyssey, a delicate romance blossomed, and the crew faced a celestial crossroads that would test not only their resolve but also the bonds that held them together in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Chapter 8, Nexus of Revelation. The Celestial Odyssey approached the Celestial Nexus, its damaged exterior bearing witness to the trials endured in the cosmic journey. The once fragmented crew gathered in the command center, their eyes fixed on the mesmerizing energies of the Nexus. Keith, now more than ever, felt the weight of leadership. He addressed the crew, "This is our moment of truth. The Nexus holds the key to our survival, and perhaps, the destiny of humanity among the stars. We face it united, with transparency and trust." Cassandra, her skepticism still evident, observed with a discerning gaze. The revelation of the Celestial Nexus demanded answers, and the custodian's whispers echoed in the minds of the crew. As the Celestial Odyssey entered the Nexus, the cosmic energies enveloped the ship once more. The crew, prepared for whatever mysteries lay ahead, felt the ship being drawn into a surreal dimension, a realm where the boundaries of time and space blurred. Inside the Nexus, the ship navigated through ethereal passageways, guided by the subtle currents of celestial energies. Holographic displays flickered with symbols and patterns that hinted at the Nexus's purpose. A disembodied voice echoed, resonating within the minds of the crew. "Welcome, seekers of hope. The time has come to unveil the truths that bind the cosmos together." The custodian, its presence felt rather than seen, projected images and memories onto the holographic displays. Visions of ancient civilizations, cosmic cataclysms, and the birth of stars unfolded before the mesmerized eyes of the crew. Cassandra, her skepticism waning, absorbed the revelations with a mix of awe and realization. This celestial nexus is a cosmic archive, a repository of the knowledge of countless civilizations that have traversed the stars. The holographic displays painted a tapestry of cosmic history, unveiling the rise and fall of advanced societies, the ebb and flow of celestial energies, and the mysteries that had eluded humanity for eons. As the revelations continued, the crew learned of a cosmic balance maintained by the custodians, a network of celestial beings tasked with preserving the harmony of the cosmos. The celestial nexus served as a bridge between worlds, connecting realms of existence and guiding civilizations toward enlightenment. Yet, the custodian's voice grew somber as it revealed a cosmic imbalance, a looming threat that jeopardized the very fabric of reality. The rogue faction encountered earlier was a manifestation of the cosmic discord, a consequence of civilizations driven to desperation by an encroaching cosmic darkness. The cosmic balance is at a tipping point. Seekers of hope, you must become the guardians of the celestial nexus, for the survival of all that exists, the custodian implored. The crew, humbled by the weight of their newfound purpose, faced a choice that transcended their personal struggles. The fractured alliances, the lingering mistrust, all became inconsequential in the face of a cosmic destiny. As the Celestial Odyssey emerged from the Celestial Nexus, the crew carried with them the knowledge of their cosmic responsibility. The rifts that once threatened to tear them apart now seemed trivial against the vast canvas of the cosmos. Amidst the revelations and the cosmic harmony, Rylan stole glances at Eris, their shared journey through the celestial unknown forging a connection that surpassed the boundaries of space and time. The seeds of romance planted in the cosmic silence now bloomed in the wake of celestial revelations. The Wings of Hope, once a disparate group of individuals, now stood united as guardians of the celestial nexus. The Cosmic Odyssey had transformed them, not only as explorers but as stewards of the cosmic balance, a destiny that awaited them in the uncharted realms of the Celestial Sea. Chapter 9, The Luminous Hero. As the Celestial Odyssey ventured forth into the unexplored reaches of the cosmos, a new character emerged, a mysterious figure whose presence would weave through the fabric of the crew's destiny. In the midst of a celestial storm, the crew intercepted a distress signal emanating from a small, drifting spacecraft. A lone figure, clad in a luminous suit, emerged from the vessel. This enigmatic being introduced themselves as Seraph, a wanderer of the stars who had traversed the cosmic realms in search of purpose. Seraph, with an aura of otherworldly grace, possessed abilities beyond the comprehension of the crew. Their luminous presence evoked a sense of both awe and reassurance. The Celestial Odyssey, having weathered the cosmic storms, welcomed Seraph as a guiding light in the vastness of the unknown. As the crew shared their journey and the revelations from the celestial nexus, Seraph's eyes, gleaming like stars, reflected an understanding that surpassed mortal comprehension. The cosmic balance is in jeopardy, and your role as guardians is both noble and crucial, Seraph declared. The celestial being's arrival, however, stirred a complex array of emotions within the crew. Cassandra, ever the skeptic, regarded Seraph with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. Who are you truly, Seraph, and what role do you play in the cosmic drama unfolding around us? Seraph's response was cryptic yet laden with purpose. I am but a wanderer, drawn by the threads of fate woven into the cosmos. My purpose aligns with the harmony you seek to restore. As the Celestial Odyssey pressed forward, the crew faced new challenges, cosmic anomalies, rogue factions, and remnants of ancient civilizations. Seraph, with their luminous presence, became a guiding force, steering the ship through the tumultuous currents of the Celestial Sea. Amidst the trials, the romance between Rylan and Eris deepened. The cosmic revelations had ignited a flame that now burned brightly, a connection that transcended the vastness of space. Their stolen glances evolved into tender touches, and the Cosmic Odyssey became a backdrop for a love story blossoming against the backdrop of the stars. One evening, in the quiet confines of the observation deck, Rylan and Eris found themselves enveloped in the cosmic glow. The distant stars painted a tapestry of light, mirroring the emotions that simmered between them. Rylan, Eris began, her voice soft yet filled with conviction, the journey has been tumultuous, but in the vastness of the cosmos, I found something worth holding on to. Rylan, his heart echoing the sentiment, took Eris's hand. Eris, in this cosmic dance, you're my guiding star. Together, we'll navigate whatever challenges lie ahead. Their lips met in a tender kiss, sealing a connection that transcended the cosmic expanse. As they embraced, the celestial glow surrounding them seemed to intensify, a cosmic acknowledgement of love woven into the fabric of the universe. Meanwhile, Seraph, observing the unfolding romance with a knowing smile, remained a silent guardian, a luminous hero whose purpose intertwined with the destinies of the Celestial Odyssey's crew. The Cosmic Odyssey continued, and amidst the celestial wonders, the bonds of love and friendship, tested by the vastness of space, emerged as the guiding lights for the guardians of the celestial nexus. The journey, now propelled by the harmony within the crew, carried the promise of hope and a cosmic destiny yet to unfold.
If you've enjoyed this free audiobook, we are thrilled to have shared this experience with you. Stay tuned for the next part, and if you haven't already, please consider giving us a thumbs up, subscribing to our channel, and hitting the notification bell. Your support means a lot, and it helps us continue bringing you more captivating content. Thank you, and happy listening.
Chapter 10, Shadows of the Abyss. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed through the cosmic sea, the crew, united by newfound purpose and love, faced a formidable challenge. The Celestial Nexus had revealed a looming threat, a cosmic abyss that devoured realms and civilizations, leaving behind only shadows. Seraph, the luminous hero, spoke with a gravity that mirrored the weight of the impending danger. The shadows of the abyss are encroaching upon the cosmic balance. We must confront this darkness before it consumes all that exists. The crew, resolute in their role as guardians, embarked on a perilous journey toward the heart of the cosmic abyss. The ship navigated through interdimensional currents, its hull resonating with the eerie hum of the cosmic unknown. As the Celestial Odyssey approached the threshold of the abyss, whispers of despair echoed through the corridors. Shadows danced along the edges of reality, and the crew felt the oppressive weight of the cosmic darkness. Cassandra, once skeptical, now stood alongside her fellow guardians, a determined fire in her eyes. If this abyss threatens everything we hold dear, then we face it together. Seraph, with their luminous presence, guided the ship through the chaotic energies that heralded the entrance to the cosmic abyss. The crew braced themselves for the unknown, the echoes of the Celestial Nexus lingering as a reminder of their cosmic purpose. The abyss unfolded like a cosmic tapestry, a realm of shifting shadows and ethereal whispers. The Celestial Odyssey, its hull resonating with the cosmic energies, pressed forward, determined to confront the darkness that threatened the fabric of reality. As the crew delved deeper, the shadows manifested into malevolent entities that sought to engulf the ship. The Celestial Guardians, armed with the knowledge bestowed by the custodian and guided by the luminous hero Seraph, faced the cosmic adversaries with unwavering resolve. The battle within the abyss was unlike any they had encountered before. Cosmic energies clashed, and the crew's unity, tested by the relentless onslaught, became their strongest weapon. Rylan and Eris, their love serving as a beacon of light, piloted the ship with unparalleled precision. Siona's strategic brilliance guided the defense, and Eric's engineering prowess ensured the ship's resilience. Cassandra, her skepticism transformed into a fierce determination, stood at the forefront, channeling the cosmic energies to repel the shadows. Seraph, a radiant force within the darkness, confronted the abyss with an otherworldly grace. The celestial battle unfolded as the crew pushed the limits of their abilities, each member contributing to the collective effort. The luminous hero, Seraph, revealed their true nature, a celestial being of ancient origin, tasked with preserving the cosmic balance. As the cosmic adversaries were repelled, the crew, battered but victorious, emerged from the abyss. The Celestial Nexus, their guiding light, loomed in the distance, its energies resonating with a harmonious glow. Seraph addressed the crew, their luminous form radiating with cosmic energy. You have faced the shadows of the abyss and emerged victorious. The cosmic balance is restored, but the journey is far from over. The crew, united and stronger than ever, gazed into the celestial expanse with a renewed sense of purpose. The luminous hero, Seraph, remained by their side, a celestial guide in the cosmic odyssey that continued to unfold. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed through the stars, the echoes of the abyss lingered as a testament to the Guardian's resilience. Love, friendship, and the cosmic harmony within the crew propelled them toward a destiny entwined with the mysteries of the Celestial Sea, a destiny yet to be unveiled in the uncharted realms of the cosmic unknown. Chapter 11, Echoes of the Forgotten. As the Celestial Odyssey continued its exploration through the cosmic sea, the ship's sensors detected a promising anomaly on the outskirts of a distant star system. An uncharted planet, surrounded by an ethereal glow, beckoned the crew with the allure of the unknown. Eris, her silver eyes reflecting a mix of curiosity and excitement, reported the discovery to Commander Keith. "Commander, the readings suggest a unique energy signature on this unexplored planet. It could be something significant." Keith, ever vigilant, ordered the ship to approach the enigmatic world. The crew, still riding the waves of their triumph over the cosmic abyss, eagerly prepared to uncover the mysteries that lay ahead. The planet, bathed in the radiance of an otherworldly aurora, revealed landscapes unlike any seen before. As the Celestial Odyssey descended through the planet's atmosphere, the crew marveled at the kaleidoscope of colors and peculiar geological formations. Rylan, always eager for adventure, piloted one of the small fighters to conduct an initial exploration. The holographic displays in the command center projected images of strange flora, iridescent lakes, and ancient ruins that hinted at a forgotten civilization. Siona, analyzing the data, voiced a note of caution. "Commander, there's something unusual about the energy readings. It's not like anything we've encountered before. Proceeding with caution is advisable." The exploration team, including Seraph, descended to the planet's surface. The celestial glow painted the landscape with an ethereal sheen, casting long shadows across the alien terrain. The crew's footsteps echoed through the silence, each member alert to the mysteries that awaited them. As they ventured deeper, the remnants of a forgotten civilization emerged from the shadows, a city frozen in time, its towering structures bearing witness to an ancient glory now lost to the ages. The air hummed with a distant resonance, and whispers of an untold history lingered in the cosmic breeze. Cassandra, her astrophysicist mind racing, examined the ruins with a mix of fascination and trepidation. "This civilization's energy signatures are unlike anything we've encountered. It's as if they harness the very fabric of the cosmos." Seraph, attuned to the energies of the universe, approached a mysterious artifact at the heart of the ancient city. The artifact emanated a pulsating glow, and its celestial hum resonated with a cosmic melody. As Seraph reached out to touch the artifact, a surge of energy rippled through the surroundings. The celestial glow intensified, casting an iridescent aura over the entire city. A holographic projection materialized, revealing the history of the forgotten civilization, their rise, their pursuit of cosmic enlightenment, and their ultimate demise in the face of an unforeseen cosmic cataclysm. The crew, spellbound by the celestial narrative, felt the weight of the ancient tragedy that unfolded before them. The echoes of the forgotten resonated through the ruins, and a sense of reverence filled the air. Yet, as the celestial revelation unfolded, a shadowy figure emerged from the cosmic glow, a remnant of the ancient civilization, preserved through eons in a state of cosmic stasis. The figure, now awakened, regarded the intruders with an inscrutable gaze. The atmosphere tensed with uncertainty. The crew, caught between the echoes of the forgotten and the enigmatic presence before them, faced a new chapter in their cosmic odyssey, one marked by the drama of a civilization long lost in the cosmic currents and the cosmic secrets that awaited revelation. Chapter 12, Whispers of Salvation. As the awakened figure from the ancient civilization regarded the intruders with an inscrutable gaze, the Celestial Odyssey's crew found themselves at a cosmic crossroads. The holographic projection revealed the being's identity as Aliana, the last surviving guardian of the forgotten civilization. Aliana's voice resonated with the weight of centuries as she spoke, "Seekers of the stars, you have awakened me from the cosmic slumber." The echoes of the forgotten reverberate through the celestial tapestry. "Will you be the ones to carry the burden of our legacy?" Commander Keith, sensing the gravity of the situation, stepped forward. "Aliana, we are guardians of the cosmic balance. We seek to understand and preserve the mysteries of the universe. How can we assist you?" Aliana's gaze bore into Keith's, and for a moment, the echoes of ancient wisdom seemed to pass between them. "The cosmic cataclysm that befell my people left remnants of our essence scattered across the cosmos. Seek these fragments, for they hold the key to restoring the balance and preventing the shadows of the abyss from consuming all that exists." The Celestial Odyssey's crew, now entrusted with a sacred mission, embarked on a quest to locate the cosmic fragments. Aliana, her luminous form guiding the way, revealed the locations of the fragments through the holographic displays. The journey led the crew through treacherous cosmic currents, uncharted nebulae, and celestial anomalies. The remnants of the ancient civilization, hidden within the cosmic fabric, held the promise of salvation and the potential to tip the cosmic balance in favor of the light. As the crew approached the first fragment, a celestial storm erupted, a tempest of cosmic energies that threatened to engulf them. Rylan, piloting one of the small fighters, navigated through the chaotic currents with skill and determination. A distress signal crackled through the intercom, a stranded vessel caught in the maelstrom. The crew's resolve faced a new test as they discovered a group of explorers, unaware of the celestial dangers, trapped in the cosmic storm. Without hesitation, Keith ordered a daring rescue mission. The elite fighters, including Rylan and Eris, maneuvered through the tempest to reach the stranded vessel. The celestial energies flashed against the small fighters, testing the limits of their technology and the resilience of the rescue team. Rylan, his piloting skills pushed to the edge, guided the stranded explorers to safety. Eris, her navigational prowess crucial in the chaos, coordinated the rescue with precision. The drama unfolded against the backdrop of cosmic turbulence, the Celestial Odyssey's crew risking everything to save lives in the unforgiving embrace of the cosmic storm. As the last stranded explorer was safely brought aboard, the crew rejoiced in the success of the rescue mission. The celestial storm, now a fading memory, revealed the first cosmic fragment, the shimmering essence of the ancient civilization's legacy. Aliana, her luminous form a beacon of gratitude, spoke, "You have proven yourselves worthy. The fragments you gather will serve as beacons of hope in the cosmic darkness." The crew, their spirits lifted by the success of the rescue and the promise of cosmic salvation, set course for the next fragment. The echoes of the forgotten civilization, entwined with the drama of cosmic rescues, propelled them forward on a journey that held the fate of the universe in its celestial embrace. Chapter 13, Celestial Convergence. The Celestial Odyssey sailed through the cosmic expanse, guided by the luminous trail left by the fragments of the forgotten civilization. Each fragment held a piece of cosmic wisdom, and the crew, now seasoned guardians of the celestial balance, pursued their mission with unwavering determination. As the ship approached the next fragment, a celestial anomaly revealed itself, a convergence of cosmic energies that transcended the boundaries of space and time. The crew, attuned to the nuances of the celestial currents, felt the significance of the approaching event. Siona, analyzing the data with a furrowed brow, spoke up, "Commander, the convergence is unlike anything we've encountered. It's as if the very fabric of reality is folding upon itself." The Celestial Odyssey entered the heart of the celestial convergence, its hull resonating with the cosmic symphony that echoed through the cosmic tapestry. The crew, drawn by the allure of the unknown, prepared for an encounter that transcended the boundaries of their cosmic understanding. As the ship sailed through the convergence, visions of alternate realities and glimpses of potential futures flickered across the holographic displays. The crew, momentarily immersed in the cosmic visions, glimpsed echoes of destinies intertwined with the fragments they sought. Cassandra, her analytical mind grappling with the cosmic paradox, approached Keith with a sense of urgency. "Commander, these visions, they're not just glimpses of the past. They're windows into the myriad possibilities that hinge on our actions." Keith, his gaze fixed on the holographic projections, nodded with a grave understanding. The celestial convergence offered not only the fragments of the forgotten but also a glimpse into the potential outcomes of their cosmic quest. As the crew navigated through the cosmic labyrinth of the convergence, a surge of celestial energy enveloped the ship. The boundaries between reality and possibility blurred, and the crew found themselves at a nexus of cosmic potential. Seraph, their luminous form resonating with the energies, spoke with a voice that echoed through the cosmic currents. "This convergence holds the threads of fate. The choices you make will shape the destiny of not only this universe but countless others. The crew, faced with the weight of cosmic responsibility, stood at the crossroads of the celestial convergence. The fragments of the forgotten civilization, now glowing with heightened luminosity, beckon as beacons of hope amid the cosmic uncertainty. Aliana, her presence emanating from the fragments, addressed the crew. The convergence is a test of the Guardian's resolve. The choices you make will determine the cosmic balance and the fate of the Celestial Sea. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed through the celestial convergence, the crew grappled with the cosmic paradox and the myriad possibilities that unfolded before them. The drama of destiny, intensified by the cosmic currents, set the stage for a cosmic choice that would reverberate across the vast expanse of the celestial unknown. Chapter 14, Celestial Ordeal. The Celestial Odyssey continued its journey through the celestial convergence, the crew navigating the intricate cosmic currents with a sense of purpose. Commander Keith, overseeing the mission from the command center, monitored the holographic displays with focused determination. As the ship approached a particularly dense region within the convergence, the celestial energies intensified. Rylan, piloting one of the small fighters on a reconnaissance mission, faced a sudden surge of cosmic turbulence. The small fighter, buffeted by unseen forces, spiraled out of control. The crew, alerted by the emergency signals, watched with bated breath as Rylan's fighter disappeared into the cosmic maelstrom. The Celestial Odyssey veered off course, attempting to recalibrate amidst the tumultuous energies. In the sick bay, tension hung thick in the air as the medical team prepared for the inevitable arrival of the injured pilot. Moments later, the sick bay doors whooshed open, revealing Rylan with a broken arm and a determined expression. The ship's doctor, a steady and experienced member of the crew, quickly assessed the injury. "You took quite a cosmic beating, Rylan. Fortunately, it's just a broken arm. You'll be back in the cockpit in no time." Rylan grinned through the pain. "Just a cosmic hiccup, document. I've faced worse." As Rylan received medical attention, Commander Keith, relieved by his friend's resilience, contemplated the challenges posed by the convergence. The crew gathered in the command center, their expressions reflecting a mix of concern and determination. In the midst of the cosmic ordeal, a new character appeared, a mysterious traveler who materialized on the ship with an air of enigma. Clad in celestial attire, the newcomer introduced themselves as Lyra, a cosmic wanderer with knowledge of the celestial currents. Lyra, their eyes shimmering with cosmic wisdom, addressed the crew. "I sense the convergence has tested your resolve. The cosmic currents hold both challenges and revelations. I offer my assistance in navigating the celestial tapestry." Siona, ever analytical, regarded Lyra with a scrutinizing gaze. "Who are you, and what brings you to the Celestial Odyssey?" Lyra's response was cryptic yet laced with cosmic insight. "I am a custodian of knowledge, a traveler of the stars. The convergence has drawn me to your path, seekers of hope. Together, we shall navigate the cosmic currents and unveil the mysteries that lie ahead." Commander Keith, recognizing the potential value of Lyra's cosmic expertise, welcomed the mysterious wanderer into the fold. The crew, now joined by a new ally, prepared to continue their cosmic journey through the convergence, aware that each step brought them closer to the heart of destiny. As Rylan's broken arm mended in the sick bay, and Lyra integrated into the crew, the Celestial Odyssey sailed onward, propelled by the cosmic winds of fate. The drama of the celestial convergence, intensified by the challenges faced and the enigmatic presence of Lyra, set the stage for the unfolding cosmic saga that awaited the guardians of the celestial nexus. Chapter 15, Celestial Bonds. Amidst the cosmic challenges and the enigmatic presence of Lyra, the bonds of love aboard the Celestial Odyssey deepened. Rylan, having recovered from his broken arm, found solace and strength in the company of Eris. The cosmic odyssey, filled with uncertainties, had become a journey of discovery and, for some, a journey of love. One evening, as the ship sailed through the celestial currents, Rylan sought out Eris on the observation deck. The distant stars painted a cosmic tapestry, and the glow of the celestial convergence cast a gentle radiance over their surroundings. "Eris," Rylan began, his eyes reflecting the shimmering light of the stars, "this journey has been filled with cosmic wonders, but the most breathtaking of all is the love that has blossomed between us." Eris, her silver eyes reflecting a universe of emotions, turned to Rylan. "Rylan, in the vastness of space, I found not only the mysteries of the cosmos but also a love that transcends the boundaries of time and space." In the quiet of the observation deck, surrounded by the cosmic glow, Rylan knelt and produced a small, holographic projection of a cosmic ring, a symbol of commitment and an acknowledgement of the celestial journey they had embarked upon together. "Eris, will you join me in this cosmic dance, not just as my companion but as my cosmic partner for all of eternity?" Rylan asked, his heart echoing with the celestial symphony of love. Tears of joy glistened in Eris's eyes as she accepted the holographic ring. "Yes, Rylan, I will journey with you through the cosmic unknown, through every star and every mystery that awaits us." The crew, their presence felt by the cosmos itself, celebrated the union of Rylan and Eris. Commander Keith, witnessing the cosmic love story unfold, offered his heartfelt congratulations, acknowledging that even in the face of cosmic uncertainties, love remained a guiding light for the guardians of the celestial nexus. Lyra, the mysterious wanderer, observed the cosmic union with a knowing smile. In the tapestry of the cosmos, love is the thread that binds souls across the vast expanse. May your union be as enduring as the stars themselves. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed through the cosmic currents, Rylan and Eris, now bound by the cosmic vows they exchanged, contemplated a future filled with love, exploration, and the mysteries of the celestial unknown. The echoes of their celestial union resonated through the ship, casting a luminous glow over the crew and the cosmic odyssey that awaited them in the uncharted realms of the Celestial Sea. Chapter 16, The Cosmic Frontier. Fueled by the renewed bonds of love and the wisdom of Lyra, the Celestial Odyssey ventured deeper into the cosmic unknown. The celestial convergence, now a distant glow on the cosmic horizon, marked a chapter in the crew's journey as they set their sights on the unexplored reaches of the Celestial Sea. Commander Keith, his gaze fixed on the holographic star charts, charted a course that led the ship beyond familiar star systems. The crew, their spirits lifted by the recent triumphs and the cosmic love story of Rylan and Eris, embraced the call of the cosmic frontier. As the ship sailed through uncharted nebulae and cosmic anomalies, Siona analyzed the data with a mix of scientific curiosity and anticipation. "Commander, the readings suggest that we are entering a region of the galaxy never explored by humanity. Who knows what mysteries await us?" Keith, his eyes reflecting the determination of a cosmic pioneer, nodded. "We are explorers, seekers of hope. Our journey takes us to the cosmic frontier, where the unknown beckons with the promise of discovery." Lyra, their enigmatic presence resonating with cosmic insight, spoke to the crew. "The cosmic frontier is a tapestry of potential and mystery. It is where the threads of fate weave through the fabric of the universe. Embrace the journey, for it holds the key to the next chapter of your cosmic odyssey." The crew, attuned to the cosmic currents, faced the challenges and wonders of the cosmic frontier with a sense of anticipation. The ship's small fighters, piloted by Rylan and Eris, scouted ahead, their eyes searching the celestial expanse for signs of habitable planets and cosmic anomalies. Days turned into weeks as the Celestial Odyssey delved deeper into the uncharted realms of the cosmic sea. Nebulae painted the skies with vivid hues, and distant stars formed constellations unseen by human eyes. The crew marveled at the cosmic wonders that unfolded before them, their journey guided by the collective spirit of exploration. As the ship ventured further into the cosmic frontier, a promising anomaly appeared on the star charts, an unexplored star system with the potential for a habitable planet. Excitement buzzed through the ship as the crew prepared for the next phase of their cosmic odyssey. Commander Keith, addressing the crew, spoke with a sense of anticipation. We are on the brink of a new frontier, a place where humanity has never tread before. Together, we will explore, discover, and continue our cosmic quest for a new home among the stars. The Celestial Odyssey sailed toward the unexplored star system, its destination marked by the cosmic glow on the horizon. The crew, bound by the cosmic threads of destiny, faced the challenges and wonders of the cosmic frontier with a spirit of exploration that echoed through the vast expanse of the celestial sea. Chapter 4, Glitch in the Systems. As the ship herded through the cosmos, the crew went about their tasks diligently. Rodriguez was in the engineering bay, fine-tuning the ship's propulsion systems, while Martinez monitored environmental data from her workstation. Lieutenant Harper sat at her console on the bridge, keeping an eye on signals and incoming data. Crew member Davis and crew member Nguyen were busy assisting with various tasks when a notification pinged on Harper's screen. Furrowing her brow, Harper examined the data and then turned to the two crew members. "Hey, we've got a minor glitch in the life support systems. Nothing major, but we need to fix it before it becomes an issue." Davis nodded, looking concerned. "What's the problem, Lieutenant?" Harper explained, "Looks like a sensor malfunction in one of the oxygen recyclers. We need to recalibrate it." "Nguyen, grab the toolkit. We'll head to the life support compartment." As they made their way through the ship's corridors, Nguyen asked, "Is this a common issue?" Harper sighed, "Not really, but it happens. Space is unpredictable, and our equipment is top-notch, but even the best has its quirks." Arriving at the life support compartment, the crew members set to work. The hum of machinery surrounded them as they recalibrated the sensor. Harper provided instructions, and Davis handed her tools. As they worked, Davis commented, "It's a good thing you caught this early, Lieutenant. Imagine if we were halfway to Seraphis and the life support started acting up." Harper smirked, "That's why they pay me the big space box. Always one step ahead." Crew member Nguyen chuckled, "Big space box, huh? Can't wait to spend those on Seraphis." After successfully resolving the issue, the trio made their way back to the bridge. Captain Dillon looked up from his captain's chair. "Everything sorted, Harper?" Harper smirked, "All systems go, Captain. Just a minor hiccup. We're back on track." Dillon grinned, "That's what I like to hear. Seraphis, here we come." Chapter 5, Veiled Shadows. The ship sailed through the cosmic sea, its hum a constant lull in the background. Captain Dillon Steele reclined in his quarters, enjoying a rare moment of solitude. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Harper, now in charge, worked diligently on the bridge, overseeing the ship's systems. Late in the night, Harper hesitated outside Dillon's door. She debated whether to disturb him but knew that duty came first. She knocked, the sound echoing through the quiet corridor. Dillon, startled from his thoughts, called out, "What's the matter, Harper? Can't a captain get some beauty sleep?" The door slid open, revealing Harper, fatigue etched on her face. "Sorry to bother you, Captain. There's a minor issue with the environmental controls. I need your input." Dillon sighed, sitting up. "Can't it wait until morning? I'm in the middle of a crucial mission briefing, of sorts." Harper raised an eyebrow. "A mission briefing at this hour?" Dillon chuckled nervously. "Yeah, planning our approach to Seraphis. Lots to consider." Harper studied him for a moment, then glanced around the room. Dillon, aware of the letters on the table, subtly shifted in his chair. Harper, however, didn't seem to notice. "What's the issue with the environmental controls?" Dillon asked, hoping to steer the conversation away from the personal. Harper, focused on her duty, explained the problem. As she spoke, Dillon's eyes darted to the table, where the letters lay untouched. The air in the room seemed to crackle with the unspoken acknowledgement of the secrets between them. After resolving the environmental issue, Harper prepared to leave. "That should do it, Captain. Sorry to disturb you." Dillon nodded, his mind elsewhere. No problem, Lieutenant. Duty calls. As Harper left, Dylan couldn't shake the feeling that she knew more than she let on. He sighed, glancing at the table where the letters lay undisturbed. The veiled shadows of his past lingered, and he wondered how long he could keep them hidden in the vast expanse of space. Chapter 6, A Captain's Initiative. The ship's mess hall was abuzz with the clatter of cutlery and the aroma of freshly prepared breakfast. Dylan, in a surprisingly good mood, sat at the head of the table, savoring the camaraderie of the team. Specialist Martinez, responsible for today's meal, bustled around the galley, ensuring everyone had their share. Crew member Davis, taking a big bite of scrambled eggs, grinned at Dylan. "Captain, these eggs are out of this world. Or maybe out of this galaxy, considering where we're headed." Dylan chuckled. "Glad you like them, Davis. Martinez is our culinary maestro today." Martinez, wiping her hands on an apron, joined the conversation. "Just doing my part to keep morale high." As the team enjoyed their meal, conversation shifted to the mission itself. Rodriguez, raising her coffee cup, asked, "So, Captain, what's the plan when we reach Serapis? Are we diving in head first, or are we taking it slow and steady?" Dylan, leaning back in his chair, considered the question. "Good question, Rodriguez. We'll approach cautiously, gather data from orbit, and then decide on a landing site. The last thing we want is to touch down in the middle of a cosmic surprise party." Crew member Nguyen, sipping on juice, added, "What if Serapis has inhabitants? Intelligent life, I mean." Dylan grinned. "That's why we're here, Nguyen. To find out. But let's not jump to conclusions. Our first contact might be with space rocks or some intergalactic space critters." After breakfast, Dylan gathered the used dishes and utensils, a mischievous glint in his eye. "I've got a special delivery to make," he announced. The team exchanged puzzled looks as Dylan headed for the bridge, balancing a tray of breakfast treats. The bridge door hissed open, revealing Lieutenant Harper focused on her duties. Dylan cleared his throat. "Lieutenant, I come bearing gifts." "Breakfast of champions." Harper looked up, surprised. "Captain, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be taking it easy?" Dylan placed the tray on the console. "I figured the person in charge could use a break. Consider it a captain's prerogative." Harper smiled, appreciating the gesture. "Thanks, Captain. I could use a break." Dylan leaned against the console. "Consider yourself relieved, Lieutenant. I'll take over from here." As Harper enjoyed her impromptu breakfast, Dylan assumed the captain's chair, ready to guide the ship through the cosmic expanse. The crew, now with a change in command, continued their duties with a mix of curiosity and amusement, wondering what other surprises the journey to Serapis had in store. Chapter 31, Celestial Echoes. The Celestial Odyssey pressed deeper into the heart of an extraordinary anomaly, where the laws of the cosmic unknown seemed to defy understanding. The ship's systems flickered, responding to the mysterious forces at play, and the crew felt a palpable tension in the currents that surrounded them. Commander Keith, focused on the swirling energies outside, urged the crew to stay vigilant. "We're sailing into uncharted cosmic territory. Keep the ship steady, and let's uncover the secrets hidden within this anomaly." As the ship ventured further, a strange resonance echoed through the corridors. Whispers of unknown voices, indecipherable languages, mingled with the ship's hum. Lyra, the mysterious wanderer, approached the communication console, her eyes reflecting an understanding beyond the crew's grasp. "These are echoes of celestial beings," Lyra whispered. "They've traversed this anomaly before. Brace yourselves for revelations beyond the stars." The ship trembled, caught in the embrace of unseen entities. The observation deck's view screen displayed celestial visions, galaxies colliding, stars being born and dying, and cosmic events defying comprehension. Amidst the celestial spectacle, the crew glimpsed their own reflections. Alternate realities, cosmic possibilities, and potential destinies unfolded like a tapestry. Eric, the once protective engineer, stared at a version of himself pursuing paths he had never considered. Eris, the lost celestial companion, appeared in spectral form, her gaze reaching out to Rylan. The anomaly held echoes of the past, present, and potential futures, intertwining the crew's destinies with cosmic threads. The ship's navigation systems flickered, guided by forces beyond its understanding. Keith, a resolute commander, faced the unknown with determination. We're on a journey beyond comprehension. Embrace the revelations, and let the currents guide us. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed deeper into the anomaly, the crew witnessed wonders and faced challenges. The ship's fate, entwined with the forces of the celestial anomaly, remained uncertain. The crew, standing at the precipice of discovery, braced themselves for the revelations that awaited in the next chapter of their Celestial Odyssey. Chapter 32, Ethereal Connections. Within the cosmic anomaly, the Celestial Odyssey sailed on, and an iridescent glow materialized on the observation deck. The crew gazed in wonder as the light transformed into Lysara, a being of radiant hues from a celestial realm within the anomaly, unlike any encountered before. Lysara, an emissary captivated by the anomaly's beauty, expressed a keen interest in the crew's experiences. Lara, the pilot, found herself drawn to Lysara's ethereal charm, forging a connection that transcended known worlds. Eric, the engineer, discovered a shared passion for celestial engineering during conversations with Lysara. Their discussions delved into the cosmic intricacies of technology, creating an unexpected bond beyond the confines of language. As the crew interacted with Lysara, a sense of harmony enveloped the ship. The celestial anomaly became a meeting ground of cosmic cultures, fostering connections that surpassed cosmic boundaries. In the quiet moments beneath the celestial glow, Lara and Lysara found solace in each other's company. The ship's corridors whispered with the cosmic possibility of a new romance, a weaving of destinies across the celestial expanse. Commander Keith, observing the unfolding dynamics, recognized the importance of unity among the crew. In this cosmic journey, we discover not only the mysteries of the stars but also the beauty of connections that defy known boundaries. Embrace these ethereal encounters that enrich our Odyssey. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed through the anomaly, the crew experienced a cosmic tapestry woven with new relationships and shared celestial wisdom. The ship's destination remained unknown, but the ethereal connections within the anomaly promised revelations that would redefine the crew's understanding of the cosmic unknown. Chapter 33, The Cosmic Crossroads. Within the heart of an unusual anomaly, the crew of the Celestial Odyssey found themselves standing at a cosmic crossroads. A peculiar gateway emerged, revealing divergent paths shimmering with mysterious possibilities. Commander Keith, recognizing the cosmic significance of the crossroads, gathered the crew for a council to deliberate on the options laid before them. Each path held unique mysteries and potential challenges, offering the crew choices that would define the trajectory of their cosmic journey. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, shared a subtle intuition that hinted at potential consequences for each path. Despite the absence of clear cosmic guidance, the crew engaged in discussions, weighing the risks and rewards inherent in each cosmic choice. As conversations unfolded, tensions emerged among the crew. Divergent cosmic perspectives clashed, reflecting the inherent challenges of navigating the unknown. Keith, determined to maintain unity, sought a middle ground that could harmonize the crew's aspirations. In the midst of debates, Eric, the once protective engineer, proposed a compromise that embraced the strengths of each path. Recognizing the wisdom in unity, the crew rallied behind this resolution, setting a course that amalgamated the potential of multiple trajectories. With the cosmic crossroads now behind them, the crew faced the unknown with anticipation. The chosen path promised challenges and the potential for unprecedented cosmic discoveries. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed forth, the crew confronted the unknown with a united front. The cosmic journey continued, guided by the collective wisdom of the crew as they ventured deeper into the mystery unfolding before them. Chapter 34, Enigmatic Realms. As the Celestial Odyssey traversed the anomaly, the crew sensed a shift in the cosmic energies. Uncharted realms unfolded before them, each harboring enigmatic secrets that beckon exploration. Commander Keith, attuned to the subtle changes, ordered the crew to maintain a vigilant watch. The ship's systems flickered, responding to the mysterious forces at play within these unexplored territories. Eric, the once protective engineer, discovered anomalies in the ship's readings. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, suggested adjusting the navigational course to navigate these uncharted cosmic waters more effectively. As the ship ventured deeper, a cosmic resonance echoed through the corridors. Whispers of unknown voices intertwined with the ship's hum. The crew, captivated by the mystique of these uncharted realms, braced themselves for revelations that transcended the cosmic boundaries they had known. In the midst of the uncharted journey, the crew encountered celestial phenomena, galaxies in formation, stars birthing and fading, and cosmic events defying comprehension. The ship trembled, caught in the cosmic embrace of unseen forces. Observing the celestial spectacle, Keith recognized the significance of the enigmatic realms. We're on a journey beyond our comprehension. Embrace the revelations, and let the currents guide us. As the Celestial Odyssey ventured deeper into the uncharted territories, the crew witnessed wonders and faced challenges. The ship's fate, now entwined with the enigmatic forces of these uncharted realms, remained uncertain. The crew, standing at the precipice of discovery, braced themselves for the revelations that awaited in the next chapter of their cosmic odyssey. Chapter 35, Cosmic Catalyst. Amid the uncharted realms, the Celestial Odyssey encountered a cosmic catalyst, a phenomenon with the potential to reshape the crew's journey. Commander Keith, discerning the cosmic shifts, urged the crew to investigate the mysterious force that emanated from a distant celestial body. As the ship approached, Eric, the once protective engineer, detected unprecedented readings. The crew, attuned to the cosmic currents, observed an energetic dance of colors emanating from the cosmic catalyst. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, approached the observation deck, her gaze reflecting an understanding beyond the crew's grasp. "This cosmic force is an ancient energy," she whispered. "It holds the key to unlocking the mysteries of our journey." As the Celestial Odyssey neared the cosmic catalyst, the ship's systems responded to the cosmic energies, guiding it into an intricate cosmic dance. The crew, captivated by the cosmic spectacle, felt a resonance with the enigmatic force that surrounded them. A surge of energy pulsed through the ship, unlocking dormant potential within its cosmic framework. Eric, with newfound insight, proposed adjustments that harmonized the ship with the cosmic catalyst, enhancing its capabilities. The crew, now connected to the cosmic catalyst, experienced a surge of inspiration. Keith, recognizing the transformative nature of the cosmic encounter, declared, "This cosmic catalyst is a gift. Embrace its energy, for it will guide us into uncharted territories." As the Celestial Odyssey sailed forth, propelled by the cosmic catalyst, the crew anticipated new cosmic revelations and challenges. The ship's trajectory, now influenced by the cosmic force, promised an unpredictable yet captivating continuation of their cosmic journey into the unknown. Chapter 36, The Enigmatic Rift. Within the anomaly, the Celestial Odyssey confronted an unforeseen challenge, an enigmatic rift that threatened to disrupt the harmony forged by the crew. As the ship approached the rift, the once steady currents became turbulent, and an air of uncertainty gripped the crew. Commander Keith, grappling with the anomaly's unforeseen twist, called for an emergency meeting. The crew, sensing the impending drama, gathered with apprehension as Eric, the once protective engineer, presented disconcerting readings indicating a potential rupture in the ship's structural integrity. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, read the energies with a furrowed brow. "This rift holds echoes of turbulence. Brace yourselves for the challenges that lie ahead." As the Celestial Odyssey navigated the turbulent currents, the ship shuddered, and alarms echoed through the corridors. Eric, working fervently to stabilize the ship, faced a challenge unlike any before. Tensions escalated as the crew, united by their journey, confronted the reality of a potential catastrophe. Drama unfolded in the tight confines of the ship as Keith, bearing the weight of command, made decisions that tested the crew's resolve. The once prominent dance turned into a struggle against the forces intent on tearing the ship apart. In the midst of the crisis, relationships strained, and the crew faced the rift with a mixture of fear and determination. Keith, a resolute commander, stood at the helm, steering the ship through the turmoil. As the Celestial Odyssey navigated the rift, the crew braced for impact, uncertain of what lay on the other side. The drama intensified, leaving the journey hanging in the balance, and the fate of the crew teetering on the edge of the unknown. Chapter 37, Echoes of Strife. As the Celestial Odyssey ventured beyond the rift, the crew found themselves in uncharted territories fraught with drama and uncertainty. The ship, scarred by the recent rift, sailed into an expanse that whispered of untold challenges. Commander Keith, bearing the weight of crucial decisions, faced a dilemma as the ship's systems faltered. Eric, the once protective engineer, toiled tirelessly, attempting to mend the wounds inflicted by the rift. Amidst the unfolding drama, Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, sensed echoes of strife that reverberated through the corridors. Tensions among the crew escalated, fueled by the challenges that tested their mettle. Relationships strained under the weight of uncertainty, and the ship's exploration of uncharted territories became a journey on the brink of chaos. In the heart of the drama, a hint of romance blossomed between Laura, the pilot, and Rylan, a resilient crew member. Their connection, sparked by the struggles they faced together, added a subtle warmth to the chill that permeated the ship. As the Celestial Odyssey pressed deeper into the uncharted expanse, the crew grappled with the unknown. Keith, a steadfast commander, sought to inspire hope amidst the challenges, urging the crew to persevere in the face of adversity. Exploration became a journey of survival, each uncharted realm revealing new mysteries and posing threats. The drama heightened with each revelation, and the crew, bound by both strife and resilience, forged ahead into the unknown, unsure of what wonders or challenges awaited them beyond the next horizon. Chapter 38, Uncharted Emotions. In the wake of the rift, the Celestial Odyssey sailed into uncharted territories, where emotions ran high, and the crew grappled with newfound challenges. Commander Keith, steering through unexplored cosmic waters, sensed a shift in dynamics among the crew. Eric, the once protective engineer, confronted personal dilemmas, and his interactions with the crew took on a more emotional hue. The tight confines of the ship became a crucible for the evolving relationships among the crew members. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, observed the unfolding drama with keen interest, her perceptive gaze catching subtle nuances in the crew's interactions. Tensions rose as the uncharted territories tested the resilience of the crew's camaraderie. In the midst of the emotional turbulence, a new connection blossomed. Laura, the pilot, found solace in the company of Rylan, and their friendship hinted at the potential for deeper emotions. The evolving romance added a layer of warmth to the cool uncertainties of uncharted space. Commander Keith, attuned to the emotional currents, became not just a leader but a mediator of feelings, navigating the uncharted waters of the crew's interpersonal dynamics. The drama that unfolded within the ship became a microcosm of human emotions against the backdrop of the unknown. As the Celestial Odyssey ventured further into uncharted space, the emotional tapestry of the crew continued to weave itself, promising more discoveries and challenges that extended beyond the physical boundaries of their cosmic journey. Chapter 39, Fractured Alliances. As the Celestial Odyssey pressed on into uncharted realms, the crew faced mounting challenges that tested the very foundations of their unity. Commander Keith, wrestling with the complexities of leadership, sensed a growing fracture among the crew members. Eric, once the stalwart engineer, found himself at odds with decisions made on the ship, and his dissent rippled through the crew. The drama unfolded as long-standing alliances faltered, and the tight-knit community aboard the ship strained under the weight of unresolved tensions. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, became a silent observer of the escalating drama. Uncharted territories not only revealed cosmic mysteries but also stirred the depths of human emotions. The once harmonious crew now grappled with distrust and conflicting interests. In the heart of the discord, a clandestine romance between Lara, the pilot, and Rylan, a resilient crew member, added fuel to the emotional fire. Their connection became a focal point of the drama, drawing attention and judgment from those who once stood united. Commander Keith, facing the challenges head-on, struggled to maintain order. The drama of fractured alliances reached its peak as decisions made in the heat of the moment threatened to irreparably damage the delicate fabric of the crew's cohesion. As the Celestial Odyssey sailed further into the unknown, the drama intensified, leaving the crew on the brink of a precipice. The uncharted realms, once promising new horizons, now became a crucible for testing the strength of their bonds and the resilience of their shared journey. Chapter 40, Veiled Revelations. In the uncharted expanses where uncertainty thrived, the Celestial Odyssey sailed, carrying the weight of both unseen challenges and unresolved tensions. Commander Keith, navigating through unexplored territories, grappled with the growing drama among the crew. Eric, the once protective engineer, found himself entangled in a web of personal conflicts. The alliances that once defined the crew fractured further, and the ship became a stage for the unfolding drama. Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, observed the escalating tension with an understanding that transcended the immediate concerns of the journey. Amidst the turmoil, an unexpected visitor emerged, a figure from the crew's past, an older character thought to be long gone. The surprise arrival injected a burst of energy into the ship, momentarily distracting the crew from their internal conflicts. Old friendships were rekindled, and the crew found solace in the familiarity of the older character's presence. Laughter echoed through the corridors as memories were shared, momentarily lifting the veil of tension that had settled upon the ship. However, the drama beneath the surface lingered. The reunion stirred up unresolved emotions, and the crew, caught between the joy of the surprise visit and the weight of their internal conflicts, faced a delicate balancing act. Commander Keith, acknowledging the need for a momentary respite, allowed the crew to revel in the unexpected joy. Yet, beneath the surface, the uncharted territories held secrets that would soon demand their attention. The drama, though momentarily veiled, lingered, promising more revelations and challenges as the Celestial Odyssey sailed further into the unknown. Chapter 41, Shadows of Choice. In the unexplored realms of their journey, the Celestial Odyssey continued its course, bearing the weight of unresolved tensions and newfound dynamics. Commander Keith, steering through the uncharted territories, grappled with the escalating drama among the crew. Eric, the once protective engineer, found himself embroiled in personal conflicts that mirrored the shifting alliances within the crew. The ship became a stage for the unfolding drama, and Lyra, the enigmatic wanderer, observed the tensions with a knowing gaze. The unexpected arrival of an older character injected a momentary respite into the ship, offering a nostalgic escape from the mounting conflicts. Laughter echoed through the corridors as memories were shared, temporarily easing the veil of tension that had settled upon the crew. However, beneath the surface, a new tension emerged. A woman, a recent addition to the crew, became the focus of attention. Two men found themselves captivated by her, setting the stage for a budding romance that carried the seeds of discord. As the crew navigated the delicate balance between past and present, the woman faced a choice that rippled through the ship. The tension heightened as the two men vying for her affection confronted the shadows of uncertainty, their feelings intertwining with the uncharted territories they sailed. The ship sailed forward, carrying with it the shadows of choice that would define the crew's journey. The woman's decision loomed, promising to either deepen the drama or offer a chance for resolution in the unexplored stretches of their shared odyssey. Chapter 42, Fractured Horizons. In the unexplored expanse, the Celestial Odyssey forged ahead, the drama within its walls mirroring the uncertainties of the journey. Commander Keith, navigating through unfamiliar territories, grappled with the escalating tensions among the crew. Eric, the once protective engineer, found himself caught in a web of personal conflicts, reflecting the fractured alliances aboard the ship. The recent reunion with an older character provided a temporary reprieve, injecting moments of laughter into the otherwise tense atmosphere. As the ship sailed on, a new dynamic unfolded. The budding romance between the woman, a fresh addition to the crew, and the two men who vied for her affection, cast shadows across the corridors. The tension heightened as the woman's choice loomed, threatening to fracture the delicate balance within the ship. In the midst of the emotional turmoil, a distress signal echoed through the ship. The crew, already on edge, faced the challenge of an unforeseen crisis. The woman's decision became an afterthought as they turned their attention to the pressing issue at hand. Commander Keith, steadying the ship in the face of adversity, called for unity among the crew. The distress signal led them to a nearby planet, where a rescue mission unfolded. The crew, once divided, now rallied together to face the challenges on the alien terrain. As the crew ventured into the unknown of the planet's surface, the fractures that had defined their journey seemed to momentarily fade. The woman's choice, still looming, took a back seat to the immediate challenges they faced. The unexplored planet held mysteries that demanded their attention, promising revelations that could reshape the crew's path through the uncharted territories. Chapter 43, Unveiling the Unknown. On the unfamiliar planet's surface, the Celestial Odyssey's crew confronted a landscape shrouded in mystery, mirroring the challenges that awaited them. Commander Keith, leading the exploration, felt a sense of anticipation mingled with lingering tensions among the crew. Eric, the once protective engineer, focused on the technical aspects of the mission, temporarily diverting his mind from personal conflicts. The older character, now integrated into the crew once more, proved invaluable with their past experiences and knowledge. As they traversed the alien terrain, the woman at the center of recent tensions revealed a side of herself not seen before. Her resilience and resourcefulness in the face of challenges earned respect, momentarily overshadowing the romantic entanglements that had fueled discord. The distress signal led them to a group of stranded travelers from another ship, facing their own set of challenges on the unforgiving planet. The unexpected encounter ignited a shared sense of purpose among the crew, fostering a unity that had eluded them in the corridors of the Celestial Odyssey. In the shadows of the unknown, the crew discovered relics from an ancient civilization scattered across the planet's surface. The mysteries unraveled as they delved into the remnants of a forgotten era, each artifact echoing the untold stories of a civilization long gone. Commander Keith, sensing the transformative potential of the discoveries, gathered the crew for a moment of reflection. The echoes of personal conflicts seemed to fade as the crew stood united in the face of the planet's mysteries. The uncharted territories, once a source of tension, now beckoned with the promise of revelation. The crew, their journey through the unknown marked by trials and discoveries, stood on the precipice of a new chapter. The echoes of the alien planet hinted at a future shaped by the unity forged in the crucible of the unexplored, offering a glimpse of hope in the face of uncertainty. Chapter 44, Whispers of Affection. Amidst the discoveries on the alien planet, a subtle shift occurred within the heart of the Celestial Odyssey, the gradual unfolding of a connection that transcended the challenges of the uncharted expanse. Commander Keith, known for his resolute demeanor, found himself touched by the tendrils of a burgeoning romance. As the crew delved into the mysteries of the ancient civilization's remnants, Keith and the woman at the heart of recent tensions found moments of shared understanding. Their exchanges became more than discussions on survival, they became whispers of shared dreams beneath the unfamiliar stars. Keith, accustomed to the weight of command, revealed a softer side in the quiet corners of the alien landscape. The woman, sensing the genuine nature of Keith's character, felt an inexplicable pull that went beyond the immediate perils they faced. It wasn't a sudden burst of passion but a gradual realization that unfolded like the petals of an alien flower. Keith's leadership, once a source of distant admiration, now bore the seeds of a connection that promised to blossom in the winds of the unknown. As they navigated the challenges of the alien planet together, the woman discovered facets of Keith's personality hidden beneath the veneer of authority. Keith, in turn, found solace in her companionship, a respite from the weight of responsibility that rested on his shoulders. However, fate, as elusive as the currents of life, had its own plans. The woman, feeling the need for distance to navigate her own internal journey, expressed the necessity of a temporary departure from the crew. The realization of her feelings for Keith unfolded silently, like a dance in the vastness of the unexplored. And so, amidst the discoveries and mysteries of the alien planet, a romance quietly kindled, promising to linger in the corridors of the Celestial Odyssey as a testament to the delicate dance between two hearts in the expanse of the unknown. Chapter 45, Echoes of Departure. As the crew continued their exploration of the enigmatic planet, a subdued atmosphere settled over the Celestial Odyssey. Keith, now carrying the weight of a quietly burgeoning romance, navigated the challenges with a newfound perspective. The woman's departure cast a subtle shadow over the alien landscape. Her absence echoed through the corridors, leaving an indelible mark on the camaraderie that had developed amidst the mysteries of the planet. Eric, ever vigilant in maintaining the ship's functionality, noticed the change in Keith's demeanor. The unspoken connection had not escaped the observant eyes of the crew, and as the woman took her leave, a sense of longing lingered in the air. Keith, wrestling with the complexities of command and the quiet ache of a departing connection, sought solace in the familiarity of the ship. The older character, having witnessed the ebb and flow of relationships in the cosmic journey, offered words of wisdom that transcended the confines of space and time. The ship sailed through the uncharted territories, each passing moment carrying echoes of the romance that had blossomed and then taken an unexpected turn. The crew, a mosaic of individuals connected by shared trials, faced the unknown with a mixture of anticipation and a subtle sadness. Chapter 46, Unveiling Shadows. The Celestial Odyssey sailed deeper into the unknown, propelled by the echoes of departure that lingered in the air. Tension simmered among the crew, an undercurrent of unspoken emotions surfacing as the ship navigated uncharted territories. A distress signal disrupted the quiet hum of the ship, jolting everyone into a state of heightened alert. Eric, the once protective engineer, swiftly analyzed the signal's origin, revealing the presence of a stranded vessel on the outskirts of a nearby asteroid field. Keith, determined to overcome the shadows cast by recent events, issued orders to initiate a rescue mission. The crew, their emotions tightly wound, prepared for the unpredictable challenges that awaited them among the asteroids. As the small rescue fighters deployed from the Celestial Odyssey, the crew faced not only the treacherous terrain of the asteroid field but also an unexpected resistance from an unknown source. Blasts of energy erupted from concealed positions among the asteroids, creating a hazardous environment for the rescue mission. Eric, working frantically to maneuver the fighters through the asteroid maze, detected an anomaly in the energy patterns. It wasn't a natural phenomenon, someone or something was deliberately obstructing their path. The tension escalated as the crew realized they were not alone in this cosmic expanse. In the midst of the chaos, Keith grappled with decisions that could impact the safety of the crew and the success of the rescue mission. The shadows of uncertainty deepened as the source of the energy disruptions remained elusive. The rescue mission transformed into a high-stakes encounter, a dance of evasion and strategy among the asteroids. The unknown adversary, lurking in the cosmic shadows, added a layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. As the crew fought against the dual challenges of the treacherous asteroid field and the concealed threat, the corridors of the Celestial Odyssey echoed with urgency. The outcome of this cosmic encounter remained uncertain, leaving the crew teetering on the precipice of both danger and revelation.
If you enjoyed the cosmic journey and drama of emergency and beyond, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support fuels the exploration of uncharted territories with Commander Keith and his team. Stay tuned for the upcoming chapters as the Cosmic Odyssey continues to unfold. Thank you for joining us on this interstellar adventure.
Chapter 46, Unveiling Shadows. The Celestial Odyssey sailed deeper into the uncharted expanse, its trajectory guided by the lingering echoes of recent events. The crew's emotions were tightly wound as they navigated the treacherous asteroid field, each member keenly aware of the gravity of their situation. Commander Keith stood on the bridge, his face set in determined lines as he reviewed the ship's status. "We're approaching the asteroid field," he announced, his voice carrying a note of resolve. "Prepare for turbulence and stay sharp." Eric, ever vigilant, adjusted his controls. "The distress signal is coming from the edge of the field. I'm picking up strange energy patterns. It looks like we're not alone out here." Lyra, watching the sensors closely, nodded. "The energy readings are definitely off. We might be walking into a trap." Just then, the ship shuddered as the fighters deployed into the asteroid field, their small size rendering them vulnerable to the hazards around them. "We're encountering resistance," Eric reported, eyes narrowing at his console. "Energy blasts are coming from hidden positions among the asteroids." Keith clenched his jaw. "We need to find the source of those blasts. If we can identify their origin, we might be able to neutralize the threat." Amidst the chaos, the ship's communication system crackled to life. A voice came through, garbled but urgent. "This is Commander Rhea from the alien base. We've been monitoring your approach. There's been a recent escalation in hostilities. You'll need to be cautious." Keith's brow furrowed as he addressed the crew. "We're landing at the alien base. It appears they've been under attack as well. Keep your guard up." As the Celestial Odyssey touched down on the alien base, a group of unfamiliar faces awaited them. They looked wary and guarded, their expressions betraying a mixture of hope and hostility. Keith stepped off the ship, flanked by his senior officers, and approached the leaders of the alien base. The alien commander, a tall figure with an imposing presence, greeted him with a curt nod. "I'm Commander Keith of the Celestial Odyssey," Keith introduced himself. "We received your distress signal. What can you tell us about the situation?" The alien commander, his voice echoing with a sense of urgency, replied, "We've been under attack from unknown forces. Our sensors have detected several anomalies in the asteroid field. We hoped your advanced technology might offer some insight." As the dialogue continued, the crew noted the arrival of new personnel aboard the alien base, including a new cook. She was a warm-hearted woman with a talent for preparing comforting meals, her presence offering a welcomed respite from the tension. In the meantime, a new female crew member joined the Celestial Odyssey as well. Her immediate interest in Keith did not go unnoticed. She had an air of confidence that both intrigued and unsettled some of the existing crew members, including Laura, who had quietly observed the interaction from afar. The arrival of the new crew members and the unfolding situation at the alien base brought with them a fresh wave of challenges. As the Celestial Odyssey continued to deal with the immediate threats in the asteroid field, a sudden emergency alarm rang throughout the ship, signaling a critical malfunction in the power systems. Eric's voice cut through the chaos. "We've got a major systems failure. I need all hands on deck to stabilize the power." Keith, directing his focus back to the crew, issued orders with calm precision. "Everyone, we have a critical situation. Let's work together to address the power failure and secure the ship." As the crew scrambled to respond, the tension aboard the Celestial Odyssey reached new heights. The emergency brought into sharp relief the delicate balance of their journey, between external threats and internal dynamics, between hope and the constant challenge of survival in the cosmic unknown. Chapter 47, Turbulent Times. As the Celestial Odyssey continued its journey through the uncharted realms, the crew faced a new set of challenges. The ship had recently picked up new passengers from a distant alien base. These new arrivals, though ostensibly cooperative, carried an air of hostility that unsettled the crew. Their presence added an undercurrent of tension to the already strained atmosphere aboard. Among the changes on board was the addition of a new cook, Elara. Her arrival had been met with mixed feelings, but it soon became clear that her culinary skills were second to none. Elara, however, brought with her a stern demeanor and a no-nonsense attitude towards maintaining order in the galley. One morning, as the crew assembled for breakfast, Elara stood in the doorway of the kitchen, arms crossed and a frown etched on her face. "This kitchen is a disaster zone," she exclaimed, her voice echoing through the galley. "I spend hours preparing meals, and you lot can't even clean up after yourselves?" The crew looked up from their meals, startled by her outburst. "Hey, Elara," said Eric, the engineer, glancing sheepishly at the mess around him. "We're all a bit stressed with the new passengers and the recent troubles. We'll do better." Elara's eyes narrowed, but she softened slightly. "It's not just about stress. Cleanliness in the kitchen is essential for everyone's well-being. I expect better." The crew muttered apologies and began to tidy up, though some exchanged looks of irritation. Meanwhile, Commander Keith was dealing with a different kind of challenge. Recently, he had begun to feel unwell. At first, it was just a slight dizziness, but it soon progressed to chills and fever. As his condition worsened, it became clear that he needed medical attention. Elara, despite her tough exterior, was the only one with medical training among the new arrivals. When she learned of Keith's condition, she took immediate action. In the medical bay, Elara worked diligently, administering medication and checking Keith's vitals. Keith, despite his weakened state, managed a weak smile. "Thank you, Elara," he rasped. "I don't know what I'd do without you." Elara nodded, her professional demeanor masking a growing concern for the commander. "I'm just doing my job, Keith," she replied. "But you need to rest. I'll be here if you need anything." However, her attention to Keith did not go unnoticed. Lara, the former pilot who had harbored her own feelings for Keith, watched from the doorway, her face a mixture of concern and jealousy. "I didn't realize you were a trained medic, Elara," Lara said with a forced smile. "You seem to be taking excellent care of Keith." Elara looked up, her expression unreadable. "I'm just following my training. Keith needs help right now." Lara's eyes narrowed slightly. "Of course. I just hope you don't get too attached. We wouldn't want any complications." Elara's gaze was steady. "I'm here to do my job. Nothing more." As Keith's condition slowly improved under Elara's care, the ship buzzed with rumors and tension. Lara's jealousy was palpable, and the crew's morale was affected by the growing discord among them. In the midst of this, an emergency alarm blared through the ship. Chapter 48, Unraveling Threads. The emergency alarm's shrill cry reverberated through the corridors of the Celestial Odyssey, heightening the tension that had already been simmering beneath the surface. As Eric and the rest of the crew scrambled to the engine room, Elara remained by Keith's side, her brow furrowed in concentration as she administered the necessary treatments. Despite her professional facade, her heart ached at the sight of Keith's weakened state. "Just hold on a bit longer," she murmured, her voice soft and reassuring. Keith, though barely conscious, managed a faint nod. The engine room was a hive of activity as Eric and the engineers fought to stabilize the malfunction. Sparks flew and alarms blared as they worked against the clock, trying to prevent a complete systems failure. Eric's face was set in grim determination, his hands flying over the controls and gauges. "Everyone, focus. We need to reroute the power from the secondary reactors to stabilize the main engines." Eric shouted over the chaos. In the control room, the crew worked in unison to execute Eric's orders. The situation was critical, and every second counted. As they fought to contain the emergency, Lara watched from the doorway, her expression a mixture of concern and frustration. Her jealousy toward Elara had only intensified in the face of the crisis. Back in the medical bay, Elara continued to monitor Keith's condition. The fever had subsided slightly, but he was still far from well. She wiped his brow and adjusted the drip with steady hands, her focus unwavering despite the urgency outside. The ship's AI crackled to life with an update. "Engine room stabilization at 60%. Estimated time to full repair, 15 minutes. Elara glanced at the monitor beside Keith's bed. Hang in there, Keith. They're working on it, she said softly. She tried to ignore the echo of Lara's earlier words, focusing instead on the commander's recovery. Outside the engine room, the crew's morale was tested. The sense of urgency was palpable, and each crew member felt the weight of the situation. Eric and his team worked tirelessly, their sweat and exhaustion evident in their every movement. The minutes dragged on as they worked to bring the engines back online. In the medical bay, Lara finally approached Elara, her face tight with suppressed emotion. "How's Keith?" she asked, her tone more neutral than before. Elara looked up, her expression guarded. "He's stable for now. But he needs rest. We've got a lot on our plates right now." Lara's eyes flickered with something Elara couldn't quite place, resentment, maybe, or unspoken frustration. "I see. I just hope you can handle everything. Keith's recovery is crucial, and we can't afford any more distractions." Before Elara could respond, the ship's AI announced a new development. Engine room repairs are complete. Systems returning to normal. A collective sigh of relief swept through the crew as the alarms ceased and the ship's systems returned to their usual hum. Eric emerged from the engine room, his face pale but relieved. "We did it," Eric said, looking around at the weary but determined faces of the crew. "The engines are back online. We're back on course." The crew began to disperse, their tension easing slightly as they returned to their duties. Eric, looking exhausted, approached Elara in the medical bay. "Thanks for holding down the fort," he said. "How's Keith?" "He's recovering," Elara replied. "But it's going to be a slow process. He needs rest." Eric nodded, a look of gratitude in his eyes. "Let me know if you need anything. We'll need him back at full strength soon." As the crew settled back into their routines, the atmosphere aboard the Celestial Odyssey remained charged with unresolved tensions. Elara's care for Keith, coupled with the recent crisis, had shifted the dynamics on board. Lara's jealousy and the strains of leadership and responsibility weighed heavily on everyone. With the immediate threat resolved, the crew faced the challenge of mending their fractured unity. The Celestial Odyssey sailed on through the void of space, its crew navigating not just the uncharted territories but the complexities of their own relationships and emotions. The journey continued, each day presenting new trials and opportunities for growth. In the quiet moments between the chaos, the crew found themselves reflecting on their experiences, their bonds tested and strengthened by the trials they faced together. As the ship ventured deeper into the unknown, it was clear that the Celestial Odyssey was not just a voyage through space, but a journey of self-discovery and resilience for everyone on board. Chapter 49, The Captain's Challenge. Days had passed since Commander Keith's health had started to improve. Though the fever had receded and his strength was returning, he was still not fully back to his old self. He knew that the Celestial Odyssey required strong leadership, even in his absence, and he resolved to ensure that the crew was well prepared for any future contingencies. Once he was sufficiently recovered, Keith called a meeting in the command center. The crew gathered, their faces reflecting a mix of curiosity and apprehension. Keith stood before them, his demeanor composed yet serious. "I'm glad to say I'm feeling better," Keith began, his voice steady. "But the recent events have made it clear that we need to be prepared for all scenarios. Therefore, I'm instituting a new training program to identify and train an alternate captain." A murmur of surprise and interest spread through the crew. Keith continued, "This will involve a series of physical fitness tests, theoretical exams, and emergency simulations. I want to see who among you is capable of stepping into the role if needed." Eric, ever the competitor, exchanged determined glances with Lara and Elara. Lara, who had her own aspirations, felt a spark of competitive spirit ignite within her. Elara, though primarily focused on her medical duties, was intrigued by the challenge. The training program began with physical fitness tests. The crew found themselves navigating obstacle courses, engaging in simulated combat scenarios, and enduring strenuous exercises. Eric excelled in the technical and tactical aspects, demonstrating a natural aptitude for problem-solving under pressure. Lara, with her background as a pilot, showed strength in maneuvering and quick thinking. Elara, despite her initial reservations, threw herself into the physical challenges with a level of determination that surprised many. Her fitness was exceptional, and she tackled each task with grit and perseverance. The camaraderie and rivalry among the candidates added an electric energy to the training. Next came the theoretical exams, which tested their knowledge of space travel, ship operations, and emergency procedures. The exams were rigorous, demanding sharp minds and quick decision-making skills. Keith observed from a distance, taking note of each participant's performance and dedication. In the final phase of the training, the crew faced simulations designed to mimic real-life crises. These scenarios involved navigating space anomalies, managing onboard emergencies, and making crucial tactical decisions. The simulations were intense, pushing each participant to their limits and exposing their strengths and weaknesses. As the days wore on, the physical and mental toll on the participants became evident. The competition was fierce, and the pressure was high. Conflicts and disagreements arose, adding to the strain. Keith watched with a mixture of concern and pride, understanding that true leadership was about more than skills, it was about the ability to inspire and unite others under duress. One evening, as the training neared its conclusion, Keith gathered the crew in the command center. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation and fatigue. The participants, exhausted but resolute, awaited the final assessment. Keith took a deep breath, his gaze sweeping over the room. "You have all shown remarkable dedication and capability throughout this program," he began. "This decision was incredibly difficult, as each of you has demonstrated exceptional qualities." He continued, his voice steady. "However, we need to choose one person to take on the role of alternate captain. This individual has not only excelled in the physical and theoretical aspects of the training but has also shown the ability to lead and inspire under pressure." Keith paused, allowing the weight of his words to settle. He turned to Elara, who stood among the group, her expression a mix of nervousness and hope. "Elara, your performance has been outstanding. Your commitment, skill, and leadership qualities have made you the clear choice for the role of alternate captain." A ripple of surprise and murmurs spread through the room. Elara's eyes widened in astonishment and pride. Lara, who had been a fierce competitor, forced a smile, though her eyes betrayed a hint of envy. Eric clapped his hands in support, though he too was visibly disappointed. Keith approached Elara, offering a reassuring smile. "Congratulations, Elara. I believe you will excel in this role and provide invaluable support to the crew." Elara nodded, her voice steady. "Thank you, Commander. I will do my utmost to live up to the role." As the crew began to disperse, the sense of achievement and tension lingered in the air. The training had not only prepared a capable leader but had also brought the crew closer together, despite the rivalries and challenges. With the selection of Elara as the alternate captain, the Celestial Odyssey moved forward with renewed focus and unity. The crew continued their journey through the vast reaches of space, their spirits lifted by the sense of accomplishment and the knowledge that they were well prepared for whatever lay ahead. The trials and tribulations of the training had forged a stronger, more resilient team, ready to face the mysteries and adventures of the cosmos. Chapter 50, Mishaps and Mysteries. The Celestial Odyssey sailed through the vast expanse of space, the recent selection of Elara as the alternate captain having brought a renewed sense of unity and focus to the crew. Despite the seriousness of their duties, the crew members found moments of levity to break the monotony and bond over shared experiences. One such moment of levity came in the form of a prank that had been meticulously planned by Eric and his engineering team. Eric, always one to lighten the mood, had secretly modified the ship's holographic systems to create a series of amusing visual distortions. The crew was gathered in the mess hall for a routine briefing when the first distortion occurred. As Commander Keith walked in, the holographic display projected an image of a comically exaggerated alien with oversized eyes and a bizarrely shaped body. The entire room erupted in laughter, though Keith tried to maintain his composure. "What is this?" Keith asked, trying to sound stern but failing to hide his amusement. Just a little engineering fun, Eric replied with a grin, as the hologram shifted into an even more absurd form, a dancing alien in a tutu. The laughter grew louder as the holographic alien began to perform a clumsy dance routine. Keith, despite himself, couldn't help but chuckle. All right, Keith said, raising his hands in surrender. You've made your point. Now, let's get back to work. As the crew tried to compose themselves, another distortion flashed on the screen, a gigantic pie being thrown through space. Just as Lara, who had been trying hard not to laugh, took a sip of her drink, the pie appeared to land squarely on her face in the hologram. The entire room burst into uncontrollable laughter, with Lara's cheeks flushing bright red. Lara wiped her mouth with a napkin, her expression a mix of embarrassment and indignation. All right, who's responsible for this? She demanded, though her attempt at a serious tone was undermined by her amused grin. Eric raised his hand, still chuckling. Guilty as charged. Lara shook her head, a smile tugging at her lips. Just you wait. I'll get you back for this. The light-hearted atmosphere was a welcome break from the recent stress, and the crew enjoyed the brief respite from their responsibilities. However, as the laughter subsided, the ship's sensors detected something new, a mysterious planet on the edge of their known space. The planet appeared on the horizon, its surface partially obscured by a swirling, ominous storm system. The crew's excitement was palpable as they gathered to view the sight on the main screen. Looks like we found something interesting, Keith said, his tone shifting to one of intrigue. Prepare for a closer scan. We need to know more about this planet before we make any decisions. As the ship drew closer, the planet's features became more distinct. Its surface was covered in strange, glowing patterns, and the storm system seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. The excitement among the crew was tinged with an underlying sense of unease. Commander, the scans are showing some unusual readings, Ilara reported from her station. There's a strong electromagnetic field around the planet, and the storm seems to be intensifying. Keith nodded, his expression serious. Understood. We'll need to approach with caution. Keep a close eye on the sensors and be prepared for any unexpected changes. As the Celestial Odyssey entered the planet's orbit, the storm grew more violent, and the crew's anticipation was mixed with apprehension. The glowing patterns on the planet's surface shifted and changed, creating a mesmerizing but disconcerting visual display. Looks like we're in for a wild ride, Eric commented, his eyes glued to the readings. This planet's not going to make it easy for us. The crew braced themselves as the ship maneuvered through the storm, their excitement and tension building with each passing moment. The mysterious planet loomed ahead, promising new discoveries but also potential dangers. With their sense of camaraderie strengthened by their recent experiences, the crew of the Celestial Odyssey prepared to face whatever lay ahead on this enigmatic world, ready for both the challenges and the wonders that awaited them. Chapter 51, Encounters and Invitations. The Celestial Odyssey's crew gathered in the command center, their faces illuminated by the dim glow of the holographic display. The planet below was a swirl of storm clouds and glowing patterns, its surface now clearer with the latest scans. Keith stood at the head of the room, a look of determination in his eyes. We need to investigate the surface, Keith said, addressing his team. We'll send down a crew to gather information and establish contact with any potential inhabitants. Given the electromagnetic disturbances, we'll need to be prepared for anything. Ilara, Eric, Lara, and I will lead the team. Gear up and be ready for a challenging environment. The team quickly suited up in their environmental suits, carrying an array of equipment and weapons for their safety. The storm's intensity had subsided slightly, but the electromagnetic field still caused occasional disruptions in their instruments. As the shuttle descended towards the planet, the crew's anticipation grew. The storm's outer fringes gave way to a stunning landscape of lush, verdant forests and sparkling rivers. The shuttle touched down in a clearing, and the team disembarked, their eyes scanning the surroundings for any signs of life. The team moved cautiously through the forest, their footsteps muffled by the dense undergrowth. They followed a trail that led them to the edge of a village nestled by a serene river. The village was a picturesque collection of simple wooden structures, reminiscent of pioneer settlements from Earth's past. The air was filled with the aroma of cooking fires and the distant sounds of laughter and conversation. As the team approached the village, they were met by a group of villagers. The villagers, dressed in a mix of colorful woven garments, watched the newcomers with a blend of curiosity and caution. Despite the language barrier, their smiles and gestures conveyed a warm welcome. One of the villagers, an older man with a long, white beard and a friendly demeanor, stepped forward. He spoke in broken English, his accent thick but understandable. "Welcome, visitors. We are glad to see you. We are the Ivani people. You come from the sky?" Keith, maintaining a respectful distance, nodded. "Yes, we come from a ship in the sky. We're here to learn about your world and to make friendly contact." The Ivani leader's eyes sparkled with delight. "Ah, visitors from the sky. You must join us. We have celebration soon, for the harvest." Lara, who had been scanning the village's surroundings with interest, looked over at Keith. "It sounds like they're inviting us to their festival. It could be a great opportunity to learn more about their culture." Keith nodded. "Agreed. Let's accept their invitation and observe their way of life. We'll need to remain respectful and open-minded." The villagers guided the team to a central gathering area where preparations for the celebration were underway. There were vibrant decorations made from flowers and leaves, and several villagers were busy preparing food and arranging communal seating. The atmosphere was lively, with music and laughter filling the air. As the team took in the scene, the Ivani leader spoke again. "Please, make yourselves at home. We will begin the celebration soon. You will see our traditions, our music, and our food. It will be a pleasure to share with you." Keith and his crew exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of excitement and curiosity. They understood the importance of this cultural exchange and were eager to experience the Ivani's traditions. As the team settled into the village, the anticipation for the celebration grew. The air was charged with a sense of adventure and the promise of new experiences. The crew of the Celestial Odyssey was on the brink of discovering not just the wonders of an alien world, but also the richness of its people's heritage. Chapter 52, A Remarkable Encounter. The festival was in full swing by the time Keith and his team settled into the village. The vibrant celebrations were a feast for the senses, colorful decorations swayed in the breeze, the air was filled with the aroma of exotic foods, and the rhythmic beats of traditional drums created an irresistible rhythm. Keith was thoroughly enjoying the experience, but he knew the time had come for more formal interactions with the Ivani people. Late in the evening, the Ivani chief, with a solemn expression, approached Keith and Alara, who had been accompanying him throughout the visit. The chief gestured for them to follow him to his tent, set apart from the bustling celebrations. The tent was spacious, adorned with intricate tapestries and filled with the scent of burning herbs. The chief motioned for Keith and Alara to sit, then took his place at the head of the tent. "Mr. Keith," the chief began, his voice carrying a note of gravity, "I have called you here for an important matter. It concerns one of our own." A woman entered the tent, her presence immediately commanding attention. She was strikingly beautiful, with a graceful poise and an air of confidence. She was dressed in a vibrant, flowing gown that accentuated her elegance. Keith couldn't help but be captivated by her, and Alara noticed the appreciative glint in his eyes. "This is Ayara," the chief continued, introducing the woman. "She is one of our most esteemed members. At 29 years old, she has reached the age where we seek to find her a suitable partner. It is our custom to ensure that she finds a mate who will honor and respect our traditions." Keith's eyebrows rose in surprise, and he glanced at Alara, who looked equally intrigued. "Mr. Keith," the chief said, leaning forward, "it is with much respect that I ask you to consider marrying Ayara. We have found no suitable candidate among our people, and your presence here is fortuitous. It would bring great honor to both our cultures." Keith cleared his throat, struggling to contain his surprise and amusement. "Chief, this is quite unexpected. I must admit, Ayara is beautiful and I am honored by your request, but Ayara, standing gracefully beside the chief, offered a warm smile. Her eyes met Keith's, and there was a mutual recognition of attraction and curiosity. Despite the unusual circumstances, there was an undeniable connection between them. Alara, standing slightly behind Keith, cleared her throat, stepping forward. Chief, this is indeed an unexpected development. Perhaps we could discuss this further and consider all aspects of such a proposal? The chief nodded thoughtfully. Of course. We respect your need to consider the matter carefully. For now, let us enjoy the celebration. I believe you and Ayara would have much to discuss. It is our custom to allow such matters to unfold naturally. Keith, still taken aback, managed a polite smile. Thank you, Chief. I appreciate the opportunity to get to know Ayara better. Chapter 53, Moons of Reflection. Keith and Ayara strolled together under the light of 3 moons, their beams casting a silver glow over the village. The night was cool, and the gentle breeze carried the distant sounds of the ongoing celebration. The village was alive with music and laughter, the colorful lights of the festival dancing in the dark. Ayara, with her captivating presence, walked beside Keith with an easy grace. The two spoke quietly, their conversation a mixture of curiosity and mutual admiration. This planet is unlike anything I've ever seen, Keith remarked, glancing up at the moons. It's beautiful and serene. I can see why you call it home. Ayara smiled, her eyes reflecting the moonlight. We are fortunate to live in such a place. The moons are a part of our traditions and our stories. They guide us in our way of life. Keith nodded, appreciating the sentiment. And the customs you've shared with me, they're fascinating. I didn't expect to be so welcomed or find such a connection so quickly. Ayara's gaze softened. It is not just your presence that we find intriguing, but your willingness to understand and respect our ways. It means more than you know. As they continued their walk, Keith found himself increasingly charmed by Ayara's presence and the planet's enchanting atmosphere. Yet, he knew that exploration and duties awaited beyond this temporary respite. The following morning, Keith called a special meeting with his crew. Gathered in the briefing room, Keith addressed the team with a determined yet relaxed demeanor. We've made significant progress on this mission, and I believe we deserve a break, Keith began. We'll stay on this planet for the next 2 weeks to rest and conduct maintenance on the ship. We'll use this time to clean every panel and check all systems thoroughly. The crew, though initially surprised, welcomed the break. The idea of a rest period was a welcome change from their rigorous schedules. For the next few days, the crew dedicated themselves to scrubbing the ship from head to toe. They polished every surface, tightened every bolt, and ensured that the Celestial Odyssey was in pristine condition. The Ivani people, ever eager to trade, brought goods and offered their assistance in exchange for provisions and knowledge. Keith permitted the Ivani to visit the ship during daylight hours, allowing them to see and learn about the advanced technology. The cultural exchange was mutually beneficial, fostering goodwill between the two groups. As part of the ongoing goodwill, Keith entertained the Ivani chief and his entourage aboard the ship. The chief, along with his wife and Ayara, was invited to a grand dinner prepared by the ship's cook. The crew, enthusiastic about their special guests, set up a large dining area in the main hall. The cook prepared a feast, featuring both Ivani delicacies and familiar dishes from the Celestial Odyssey's kitchen. As the evening wore on, the atmosphere was lively and festive. Keith was in high spirits, engaging in animated conversations and enjoying the cultural exchange. The Ivani guests were impressed by the ship's facilities and the hospitality of the crew. However, as the festivities were winding down, a humorous interruption occurred. One of the crew members, an enthusiastic young engineer named Tom, had taken a special interest in one of the native girls. Determined to pursue his newfound affection, Tom decided to approach Keith with a rather unusual request. At 11 p.m., just as Keith was settling into his quarters, Tom knocked on his door. Keith, groggy and irritated, opened it to find Tom, looking both nervous and excited. "Sir, I hope I'm not disturbing you," Tom said, his voice tinged with anxiety. I need your permission to, request a meeting with one of the native girls. I'd like to discuss something important with her. Keith blinked in surprise, trying to process the situation. Tom, it's late. Can't this wait until tomorrow? Tom, clearly embarrassed but resolute, nodded. I'm sorry, sir. I just didn't want to miss the opportunity. With a tired sigh but a hint of amusement, Keith nodded. All right, Tom. We'll sort it out in the morning. Get some rest tonight. As Tom walked away, Keith closed his door with a smile. Despite the unexpected interruption, the evening had been a success, and the planet had begun to feel like a second home. The coming days promised more adventures and discoveries, and the Celestial Odyssey's crew looked forward to the continued exploration of this remarkable world. Chapter 54, Tom's Morning Request. The first rays of sunlight barely illuminated the Celestial Odyssey as Keith was jolted awake by a series of persistent knocks on his door. Groggy and still half asleep, he stumbled out of bed and shuffled to the door. When he opened it, he was greeted by Tom, the young engineer, looking unusually anxious and determined. Good morning, sir, Tom said, trying to sound as composed as possible despite the early hour. I was wondering if I could ask a favor. Keith blinked at him, still trying to clear the sleep from his eyes. Tom, it's 6 a.m. What's so urgent? Tom, shifting from foot to foot, responded eagerly, I'd like to meet with the chief. There's a native woman I saw yesterday. Her name is Leora. She smiled at me, and I'd like to talk to her. Maybe get to know her better. Keith, now fully awake and stifling a chuckle, rubbed his eyes. You want to meet with the chief too, what? Request permission to speak with Leora? Tom nodded vigorously. Yes, sir. I thought it best to ask the chief directly. Keith couldn't help but laugh softly. All right, Tom. Let's get you to the chief. But remember, I think he might have something else in mind. Tom looked puzzled but followed Keith as they made their way to the chief's tent. As they approached, the chief, along with his wife and Ayara, was already waiting. The chief greeted them with a warm smile. Good morning, Commander Keith, the chief said, his eyes twinkling with curiosity. What brings you here so early? Keith tried to maintain his serious demeanor, though he was barely containing his amusement. Good morning, Chief. This is Tom. He has a request. The chief looked expectantly at Tom. Ah, Commander, I see you have come to give your decision on marrying Ayara. Keith glanced at Tom, who now looked both nervous and excited. Actually, Chief, it's Tom who has a request. He's interested in meeting Leora. The chief's eyes widened in surprise, and he let out a hearty laugh. Tom, is it? Well, this is unexpected. But I am happy to assist. The chief's wife and Ayara, standing by, also shared in the laughter. Ayara's gaze followed Tom with a mixture of curiosity and amusement. Tom, his face flushed with a mix of embarrassment and determination, produced a small wrapped package from his pocket. I brought this as a gift for Leora. I hope she'll like it. He held out the gift, which contained a handcrafted necklace from the ship's supplies, a small but thoughtful gesture. The chief, still chuckling, accepted the gift and nodded towards the entrance of the tent. Very well, Tom. I'll take you to Leora. She will be pleased to meet you. As Tom and the chief's wife headed off to find Leora, Keith and Ayara stood aside, watching with a blend of amusement and curiosity. Keith turned to Ayara with a smile. It looks like Tom's morning request has turned into quite an adventure, he said, shaking his head in disbelief. Ayara nodded, a smile playing on her lips. It seems like every day brings something new. I'm curious to see how this turns out. As Tom made his way to meet Leora, the scene was a mix of humor and anticipation. Keith, feeling a sense of camaraderie and satisfaction, knew that the next few days would be filled with both laughter and the unique experiences that came with their exploration of this fascinating new world. Chapter 55, Chaos and Choices. The sun began to set on the alien world, casting an orange glow over the horizon. On the Celestial Odyssey, Keith was deep in a training session with Alex, focused on the nuances of leadership and strategic decision-making. The lesson was intense, with Keith meticulously covering everything from command structure to crisis management. As Keith was about to explain the importance of maintaining a clear chain of command, the cook stormed into the room, her face flushed with frustration. "Commander, the kitchen is a disaster zone. I've been trying to manage everything, but the crew's habits are unacceptable. I need immediate assistance." Keith looked up, his patience thinning. "I'll look into it as soon as I can. Right now, I'm in the middle of an important training session." Just then, Alex stumbled onto the bridge, looking pale and unsteady. "Commander, I'm not feeling well. I think I need to see the doctor." Keith quickly arranged for Alex to be taken to the sick bay, his frustration growing as another issue surfaced. The village chief arrived, carrying a basket of strange fruits and vegetables. "Commander Keith, we've brought you a gift from our people," the chief said, placing the basket on a nearby table. "We eagerly await your decision regarding Ayara. She is anxious to speak with you." Keith managed a strained smile, trying to juggle the mounting problems. "Thank you, Chief. I'll speak with Ayara soon." As the chief departed, Keith's communicator buzzed with a message from Ayara, requesting a private meeting. Just as he was about to respond, the sound of raised voices from the mess hall caught his attention. In the mess hall, Jenna and Mark were engaged in a heated argument over a misplaced supply order. The argument had escalated into a shouting match, attracting a crowd of curious onlookers. Keith felt a pang of frustration. This was the last thing he needed. The chaos continued to build. With the kitchen in disarray, Alex now in the sick bay, and the crew embroiled in conflict, Keith was left to manage the mounting issues. He glanced around at the disorder and felt an overwhelming urge to crawl under his bed and hide from the chaos. The gift from the chief, an assortment of alien fruits and vegetables, remained untouched on the table. It was a small respite amidst the turmoil, a reminder of the tasks that lay ahead. Keith took a deep breath, knowing he had to face the day's challenges head-on. The crew needed him, and the problems of the day were far from resolved. Elara and Lara's argument had reached a fever pitch, their voices echoing through the corridors of the Celestial Odyssey. The confrontation, which had started in the mess hall, now spilled into Keith's private quarters. "You don't get it, Lara," Elara shouted, her frustration evident. "Keith and I have had real conversations. He trusts me." Lara's face was flushed with anger. "Trust you? Or are you just always in the right place at the right time? I've known Keith longer. He's my friend, not your personal project." Keith, caught in the middle of the storm, tried to intervene, but before he could say anything, Alex burst into the room, looking flustered. "Commander, the chief is here to see you." "And Ayara and the chief's wife are with him," Alex announced. Keith sighed, feeling the weight of the situation. "For goodness sake. All right, Alex, show them to the officers' mess." As Alex escorted the chief, his wife, and Ayara to the officers' mess, he poured coffee for them. The chief was captivated by the pictures on the walls and the concept of the television. When Alex handed him a cup of coffee, the chief took a sip and was immediately enthralled. "This coffee is amazing," the chief exclaimed, his eyes wide with delight. "What does this machine do?" Alex chuckled. "I'll make sure you get one for your village. It's the least we can do." By the time Keith arrived, the chief had consumed 4 cups of coffee and was buzzing with excitement. The chief and his wife, along with Ayara, were sitting on the floor in a traditional style, while Alex joined them. Peering through a small window, watched with interest, contemplating whether he would propose to Leora. "Commander Keith," the chief said, looking up with a smile. "We are here to discuss the proposal of you marrying Ayara. We believe it is a good match. She will come with you wherever you go." Ayara looked at Keith with hopeful eyes. "I will marry you, Keith. I want to see the universe." Keith smiled at her, glancing over at Alex, who shrugged his shoulders. Tom, who was nervously whispering, say yes," seemed eager for Keith's response. With a respectful nod, Keith extended his hand to the chief. "Chief, with much respect, I must think on this more." The chief placed his hand across his chest, acknowledging Keith's request. "I understand, Commander Keith." The chief then glanced longingly at the coffee machine. "Can I have one of these? Your coffee is so good." Keith smiled. "I'll get you one and bring it to your home soon." With that, the chief, his wife, and Iara left the officers' mess, their excitement palpable as they departed. Keith sat on the bridge, his thoughts drifting across the light years that separated him from home. At 34, he found himself reflecting on the life he left behind. The vast expanse of space made the idea of returning to Earth feel like a distant, almost unattainable dream. Just as he was lost in his thoughts, Tom knocked on the door, bringing him back to the present. "Commander," Tom said, stepping in with a look of determined excitement, "I want to stay here on the planet and marry Leora." Keith's eyebrows arched in surprise. "If you stay, Tom, you'll forfeit your pay. I can't support you from here." Tom shrugged with a grin. "I understand, Commander. But I need you to come with me to see the chief so I can ask Leora to be my wife." Keith considered this for a moment. "I'll come with you in a few hours, but right now, I have ship logs to update, and that flashing light on my desk is driving me bananas. I need to check with the engineer about it first." Tom's enthusiasm remained undiminished. "Thanks, Keith. I'll see you tonight then." As Tom left, Keith turned his attention back to the ship's operations. He had just started on his list of tasks when an urgent message arrived from the engineer, requiring immediate assistance with a malfunctioning component. A few hours later, Keith made his way to the chief's tent. The large, white fabric structure was illuminated by the warm glow of several fire pits and filled with the soft light of lanterns. Village elders, the chief, and his wife were already seated on plush rugs. "Commander Keith, thank you for coming," the chief said, rising to greet him. Keith nodded and introduced Tom. "Chief, this is Tom. He's here to ask for your permission to marry Leora." The chief's eyes twinkled with curiosity. "Ah, Tom, you wish to marry our Leora. Very well. Please, have a seat." The chief summoned Leora, who entered with a village woman by her side. Her long black hair, tan skin, and opal-green eyes made her an extraordinary sight. Tom's face brightened at the sight of Leora. "Hi, Leora," he said with a shy smile. Leora returned the smile, her eyes meeting Tom's with a soft, shy look. The chief, holding a cup of coffee, addressed her. "Leora, this man Tom wishes to marry you. What is your answer?" Leora looked at the chief, then at Tom, and finally said with a gentle nod, "Yes, Chief." Tom's face lit up with joy. He mumbled, "She said yes. She said yes." The chief clapped his hands with satisfaction. "It is so. We will have a marriage supper tonight. Mr. Keith, please bring all your people." The chief signaled Leora to leave, and she and Tom shared a shy, yet happy glance before she walked away. Tom, unable to contain his excitement, giggled and hurried off to prepare for the evening's festivities. Chapter 56, The Celebration and the Decision. The fire crackled and the stars gleamed brightly over the village as Tom and Leora's wedding celebration continued. The newlyweds were seated on chairs, surrounded by the vibrant, joyous throng of villagers who eagerly presented them with gifts. There were bows and arrows, intricately woven blankets, beautifully crafted spears, and even pieces of timber for their future home. The warmth of the celebration was palpable, each gift a testament to the village's generosity and the deepening bond between their worlds. As the festivities went on, Keith found a quiet moment to sit on the ground beside the chief. The chief had been enthusiastic about the celebration, his earlier buzz from the coffee now replaced with a calm, content demeanor. Iara approached with a plate of food and served Keith, her movements graceful and precise. Keith smiled up at her, appreciating her thoughtfulness. "Thank you, Iara," he said, taking the plate from her. "The food looks wonderful." Iara sat down beside him, her presence both comforting and compelling. Keith took a bite of the food, savoring the flavors while the chief continued their conversation. "She will make a fine wife, Keith," the chief said earnestly. "You really need to think about this hard." Keith nodded, his mind a whirl of thoughts. "I appreciate your words, Chief. It's just a lot to consider." The chief smiled knowingly. "Indeed. It is a big decision. But remember, this village will be your family if you choose to stay." Keith glanced at Ira, who watched him with hopeful eyes. He then looked back at the celebration around him. Tom and Leora were engaged in lively conversation with the crew, exchanging goodbyes and shaking hands. Tom's face was alight with happiness, a stark contrast to the contemplative mood Keith found himself in. As the night wore on, the crew members enjoyed the festivities, their laughter mingling with the sound of the drums and the chatter of the villagers. Tom, no longer a part of the Odyssey's crew, prepared to clean out his belongings from the ship the next day. Until his new home was ready, he would stay with Leora in a tent on the village outskirts. Keith's thoughts drifted to the remaining 3 days before he had to leave. He knew he needed to make a decision. His heart was torn between the allure of the stars and the promise of a new life here. The thought of leaving Ira and the village, and the growing bond they shared, weighed heavily on him. As the night deepened, Keith found himself once again alone with his thoughts. The celebration continued, but the joy around him seemed distant compared to the choice he faced. He knew that his time was running short, and with each passing moment, the question loomed larger: what would he do next?
Thank you for listening to the complete part 1 of the audiobook from Digital Sit Studios. The journey has only just begun. What will Keith do next? Will he marry Ira, or will he leave her behind and venture into the stars? The answers await in the thrilling part 2 of Galactic Exodus, Wings of Hope. Don't miss it. And remember, subscribe to Digital Sit Studios to stay updated on all our latest releases.